And on that note, stream's live. Hello, welcome, Kingmakers. A little bit of a late start here as we get a new player set up, and of course some modules fixed because Foundry loves me. But we start the night nonetheless, as we do every night. We try to take over the world.
Aha.
One hexagon at a time.
One hex at a time. Pinky, if you'd be so kind. And by Pinky, I mean the party.
Oh,
I am Brain, of course.
yeah. I was not here last week, so can I not do that?
Yes.
No, you have to roll.
All right.
I'm willing to allow you to roll and lie to me, but you're also welcome to skip it.
Hey, I think
Baldric might be it, though.
I'm going to just roll because I can't see the chat in Foundry, so I'm going to roll and then restart.
Yeah, just
Are
roll
we
a
gonna have Wax
d20.
roll?
Well, that's good.
No, Wax cannot give us a recap.
What?
Man.
Wax, did you watch the video? Do you want to give us a recap or no?
I can give a reliable one.
I don't know if anybody ever can. They're all
Hey.
biased, Wax. They're all biased.
The streak
You
is
know what?
broken.
I'm down to
I
have
had
some
3 weeks in a
bias.
row of doing the recap. No longer.
No, that's perfect. Baldric, a 2. If you'd be so kind. First of all, everyone starts the night with inspiration. Light it up on your character portraits. Top left of your character portrait by the image. Light that
Why am I
D20 up.
rolling as Alexandros?
What? Because you had the horse.
You
target,
have your
which is fine.
horse.
But Baldric got a 2. So Baldric, if you'd be so kind, give us a recap of last week. What are we doing? How did we get here? And just to give you a refresher, we're entering a tunnel to the Underdark. But with that, I'll throw it to you. Give us a recap if you can.
We started at the town. We decided what areas we would keep and what would be destroyed by the attack. It's the aftermath of the attack on Loudwater. And I chose to keep the dive bar and the actual bar and the marketplace where I buy my illegal booze. And that was a good choice because I got blackout drunk in RP chat after that.
You saved
then-
the town's booze. I mean, tavern to tavern, you saved the town's booze. That's for sure.
And then I am on my way to consume it now. But that's neither here nor there. We continued on our path and we finally made it to me home city, me beloved Lork. Except Lork is infested with them hill giants. And I was about ready to run in there until Ellie told me that she would help me get Lork back. If only I was more patient. And I can't really refuse her. So I didn't. I decided to be more patient. And so we continued on and we discovered a few things like a gold mine, for example. And now we've made it to this new hex of ours, and we're the Society of Brilliance hex, and we're about to enter the Underdark to complete Ellie's quest and confront her mother.
Very nice indeed. And I am going to share an image of the situation in Lork that I did not find last time. So let me find this here and post it. And what they've done is they've built up a large dam over what was once the river, creating this small pond above it. Enough so that, like, if this structure were to break, that would cause like a little mini flood. They've created this large dam area where there was all the mines, and this is all hill giant size. It's very large, and this is next to the town. Like, they've destroyed the town, taking materials, and built this dam.
That was not very cash money of them.
No, it was not. And with that, I must leave the party to their adventure and be on my way. But it was nice hanging out with you guys for a little while. So
Oh,
best of luck today.
Oh, you gotta head out already?
really?
I do, yes. The late start, unfortunately, made it so that I wasn't able to spend as much time as I
That's all
wanted.
right. I know you got
But
some
it's
family
okay.
stuff. Enjoy your afternoon, Julian. Sorry about that.
Oh,
And
okay.
we'll
But we are going to see you next session, right?
yeah.
Yes, of course,
Okay.
always.
I thought you were gone for a second there. I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
We were
no,
about to get
just for
looked
this
back,
one.
buddy. The look.
It's all
we
right.
need your medicinal war pick.
Yes. Unfortunately, you gotta end early tonight. That's all right. Have a good one, Julian. Thanks for the intro.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one, buddy.
Unfortunately, that's all you get tonight. Have a good one.
Okay.
All right. Man, that sucks. Sorry we had the late start, guys.
Yeah.
Let's jump right into the game though. So we headed into the Underdark. And I'm not gonna convolute too much of the actual travel, but you guys travel downward down a path that Ellie guides you that you guys have been told where to go, and you're somewhat familiar with this direction at least, just based off what you've been told with the quest. And you can see a winding path down the Underdark that's kind of easy to follow.
Yeah.
And we will move
Rhea goes very
ourselves.
stiff as we start to go towards that passage. She's just like, not again. No, I don't want to.
Into the Underdark.
Ellie has to kind of drag her in there. She's once I get past the entrance, it gets better. But
The Underdark. There is no light, short of a few luminescent plants, a few crystals that might glow. Some plants with bioluminescence light up caverns enough that you can actually almost see the whole cavern. And as you make your way forward, that is the case of this small chamber. A deep crevice falls further, that if you fell down, you don't know how far you'd go. A rocky ledge and a broken ruin lead to a small little platform where a little camp has been set up. Some tables, some makeshift tables and chairs, and there's a chest and a few tents, a campfire, a pot over it that looks like there's some stew cooking. And across you see Blurg standing there with a drow. Blurg, a member of the Society of Brilliance. For those of you unfamiliar, roll me a history check.
I might have met him before. I spent several months hanging out with Ellie.
I don't think Ellie's ever met
Interrupting.
Blurg in specific.
Oh,
I have
okay.
not.
Nice.
Am I rolling with advantage because Underdark? Or is it just a straight roll?
I would say you've already been told about them, Ellie. So,
okay.
So you have been told.
Cool beans. I know.
So are they waiting for us?
I believe so.
Is that a good thing or a bad?
I suppose that remains to be seen. And she like skips over this ledge. Clearly picking on Rhea a little bit.
Yeah.
And the rest of you not knowing much about the Society of Brilliance at all. With those rolls, I mean, nothing. So I guess you guys have like a couple hours down into the Underdark. So I would ask, is there any conversation, any questions you ask Ellie? And Ellie, do you need any information on the Society? I'll actually send you the wiki, because you can just pretty much tell them things if you would like. But you know the Society is this Underdark group trying to establish some level of peace to bring the Underdark into a new age.
A whole new world.
Ellie, what's with the glowing crystals? Seems strange in a place that's full of darkness at times.
Don't touch them, they blow up.
How do we not get eaten?
Don't touch things.
I have to touch the ground.
You know what? Let's
You can
roll
touch
for an Underdark encounter. Yeah, no, you guys are fine.
Wait, was the encounter with Blurg?
No. No, that's the quest. Oh, it looks like the quest log module's not working, so we'll have to... Maybe I can turn that on in the break. We'll see if that one works. But you all have been quested to talk to Blurg here, at least Ellie has, to seek him out, specifically to try to stop a rebellion with the Drow. Sanine,
You avoid.
you are standing here in front... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ellie. But you're standing here with Blurg as you see a group of adventurers approach. Ellie, are you approaching and saying that to Blurg, or were you talking to the group?
I was talking to Rhea.
Okay, yeah, then you guys go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying, just stay quiet and run like hell if anything notices us.
I'm gonna sit down at the camp.
And then once we arrive,
I do kind of glow. This will be fun. I wish I was a darker.
In the distance, you see an Orog. Blurg is the second to the left there. Kind of a orcish-looking fellow. And you can see that he has this robe on. I'll actually share his BG3 image, because it's not too bad. I think they even updated it, to be honest. I think they might have changed him a little more, but that's the alpha version. But he's got the cool Society of Brilliance tabard on, with this symbolage on it, marking him as a member. And you all recognize Blurg as an Orog, an orcish fellow. He is brewing some potions. He's got like a few stacks of books next to him, and he stops, he turns to Sanine before you all approach. He says, Sanine, are those friends of yours?
You're muted, buddy.
Sorry about that. No, I don't believe so. Oh, this one looks familiar. He looks dead at Ellie.
I hope they don't mean trouble. Sanine, give us a description as the party sees your character here. What do we see? What does he look like? What's he wearing?
You see a drow with bluish skin, what looks to be burn marks and bits of indents in his skull. He's currently sitting with his sword right to his side, along what looks to be a somewhat bony sword. Wearing iron and silver trimmed armor.
Very cool.
Interesting.
You all can also tell Blurg is just in a tabard, so not a fighter of any sort, but this fellow seems to be.
I suppose we should describe what you see coming your way.
Yeah, let's give quick descriptions of the party approaching, and of course, the one that you recognize. Ellie, go ahead, give us a description of what they see.
okay. A tall, slender drow woman stands about 6'4", 2 inches added by her heeled boots. Her white hair flows down past her waist with a few intricate braids mixed in. Her eyes look out with a slight glow, the silver from her iris almost radiating from their sockets. A button nose rests atop a warm smile, a rare sight to see on the face of a drow. Her face is freckled, forming a shotgun pattern across her nose and cheeks. She's currently in a silver breastplate and has flowing skirt coming out of it, with a silver hued cloth resting as like a cloak. Resting on her neck is an amulet of sword. No arm is present on the left side of her body, as her right arm sits idly to the side. A well-crafted rapier rests in its scabbard on her left hip, and resting on her right is a silver horn. There's a bubbliness in the air about her, portraying an optimistic attitude and an eagerness to make a good impression.
Very nice. And behind her, who would actually be? What is your order? Is this your marching order?
I think it'd be okay if we do that
That's
way.
probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, cool. Mari, next up, give us a description.
Oh, you see a black cat Basky. Very curious at best, seeing around the newer environment that he is. Very interested and want to learn a little bit more. Or he's a little bit frisky. You see two daggers on the left, one dagger on the left and the right, and then two hidden daggers around his side, near his back of his belt, ready to be used to thrown if any situation comes its way. Enjoys fishing very much, and most of his downtime is fishing. So hope everyone likes to see that at times.
When it's not paperwork.
Yes. He has this sort of arcanish dark lightning to him, seeming that he is learning a little bit about the arcane. He is tall and slim with a nice leather-studded body, keeping him as his armor. But he's there for his friends and there for his companions whenever he needs them, even if they're all in the bar and he's doing paperwork
You can tell that
and
with a
very
look.
injured.
No, but he does have many, many weapons on him as well, yes? Or is everything hidden? Two daggers, pretty hidden. You got, I mean,
Two
you got a
daggers
lot of-
shown.
you
Two,
got a lot of
yeah,
weapons.
a bow and arrow around his
Rapier,
side
bow,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well equipped.
mostly hidden,
well-equipped
but it's
cat.
whenever. Yeah.
Rhea, behind Ellie and the cat. Rhea, give us a description. What do they see?
So, what they would see for Rhea is a small Eladrin woman. She's only about 5'4", so Ellie has a good solid head size up over her. She's quite a bit taller. Very nervous to be here. Multiple colors in her hair and leaves, hazel eyes that are looking all over the place. Seems to be wearing a robe of some kind, like magic patterns and runes all over it, along with a pair of silver like arm guards, like you see in the picture there. She does wear a sword. It seems to be a relatively basic rapier. It doesn't look like she has the strength to use it, but it is there. Kind of hard to tell what she does. The weird thing about it is that the shadows don't bend
mean to
normally around her. It's like the light is being altered as the closer it gets to her body. And yeah, just overwhelming feeling of being very nervous and tiny elf.
A nervous tiny
very
elf,
young.
not happy in this environ. Behind that is a new hireling to the group, which is just this elven-looking ranger. She's in green cloak and leather armor, a bow, and what does she have for a weapon? Short swords. And that's pretty much it. Just an elven woman in the back. That's their newest hireling. Aram, how about you? In the far back of the group, what do we see?
Yeah, so Aram is a tiefling with armpit length white hair with some blue streaks in it. Very pale yellow irises, a lot of scars. The aura about him is not is closer to that of the Eladrin in the party than one would expect from a tiefling. And he looks very alert, but not showing it, I guess.
He looks alert, but he doesn't show that he looks alert.
I don't know.
I'll take it, Aram. I'll take it.
He is alert, but he feigns not being so. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I should have specified that Rhea has like mid-back, coppery orange hair.
Like the image, yes. Pretty accurate, or yeah.
Yeah, that's quite accurate.
And Baldric, who unfortunately has left, he gave us the recap. You see a dwarven man with a blood red beard, as is his name, Bloodbeard. But he is he's just a dwarf with a mithril pick, war pick, and spiked armor and a shield. He looks, I would say, kind of intimidating, but probably just trudging along, talking about Lork and probably a little bit drunk.
Probably a lot drunk.
As you approach, Blurg looks over and says, Sanine, if we need to battle, just be ready, but we'll try to do this peacefully, as always.
Just make sure he doesn't fall off the edge.
As you all approach, Blurg will step forward and raise up a hand. Hail, adventurers!
Hail! Am I correct in assuming I'm in the presence of Blurg, the society?
You just see like an immediate relaxation. Oh, good. I take it you are not going to cause problems then.
I certainly hope not. And she gives a light chuckle.
Oh,
No, I'm an Elistraean, and we are in need of the society's help.
I
I thought we
see.
were the society's help.
It's a little bit of both.
Oh. Well, of course, greetings, and what can I help you with? I am indeed Blurg, a member of the Society of Brilliance. This is, Sanine, my companion at the moment, currently my protector in the Underdark.
A pleasure.
And Ellie, it's up to you. I don't know exactly, because I haven't dug too deep into Sanine's backstory. I know we chatted about it, but would you immediately recognize Sanine, or
No,
probably not?
she's probably more relaxed, seeing that Sanine doesn't have red eyes.
And Sanine, what about you? Would you recognize Ellie at all, or would this just be a drow to you?
You probably recognize her, but not as Ellie.
All right. So you at least see this drow. At first, maybe unsure, maybe questioning whether or not it's somebody you're familiar with. They certainly are probably differently equipped and different looking than the last time you saw them. Blurg just kind of walks forward. He goes to shake a hand and says, well, pleasure to meet you. What can I do for you? Please tell me why you've come this far. I'm sure the journey was treacherous. You didn't get attacked by a boulette or anything on the way, right?
Fortunately not.
Oh, good. There was one roaming nearby.
There's still time.
We'll have to keep an ear to the ground for that. Thank you. No, our circumstances are from far away and quite dire.
I see. Well,
Are you familiar with the promenade of the Dark Maiden?
you know what? I'll throw him a check. He's probably familiar with it, but let's just do a, let's do history or religion. Either way, it's +4.
I was gonna say, like,
Or
while
14.
they're having this
Go ahead.
bit of discussion, the little ladrin is looking at the drow man. Does he seem pleased to see the group, or does he seem
Yeah, what is Sanine's
like
immediate
questioning
disposition
gift?
here? Does he look tense? Does he look relaxed? What do we see?
He looks relaxed. He's probably just observing the group, but not sensing any bad aura. He seems chill.
Cool. Blurg says, well, yes, I believe that was the temple of Elistray followers, somewhere near Waterdeep, related to the Underdark. Yes?
Precisely. It is the foremost temple of my church, and it is currently in grave danger. House Duskrin has gathered a warband and intends to raid it. We're looking for all help we can get to prevent this conflict.
I can see why the society would send you to me. I have, some connection with the Drow families there. I've spoken with a few before and traveled that way many times. Could see what I can do, but peace is likely not an option if they're mobilizing. Well, I've many ventures on this side of Faerun to discover as well. Perhaps it will have to wait.
I actually want to come forward and stand just behind Ellie, like maybe a pace or two back to her side, and say, "Is there no way, no option? No way we could talk to him and try to, I don't know, convince him that there's better prey or something?" When she speaks, it's obvious she's not from around here. It's like foreign and quite thick on her accent.
Ellie raises a hand to her eyebrow and kind of pinches the bridge of her nose. If only it were so simple to deal with prey now.
Senan chuckles at that.
I believe I could, at a minimum, put together some forces, try to help quell unrest for the time being, and get a few people to safety. If I head that way, I think it would be best. I'm sure the other members are grouping up there. Well, if that is the case, then I must leave this study for now. Well, perhaps I could task you with something.
Oh?
He looks to you, Sanine. Sanine, you know what we've been investigating here, these crystals. These Feywild shards, the blossom.
These purple ones growing from the rocks, you mean?
No, those are just amethysts. Underdark is full of
Ah.
that. No, and he goes
Ellie, you
over to
said
the
this one
table.
exploded.
She looks
Ellie
over.
chuckles.
He looks over. He says, "Well, some plants, the smaller mushroom caps that look like they glow slightly with red light, those will explode. There's also ones that explode in puffs of poison. There's gas vents within the walls. You might just die walking through bad air. There's a lot of things you need to be careful of in the Underdark."
He's like doing all kinds of hand motions, like over the neck, stop, please don't.
Well,
Yeah.
there's, however, many things to discover down here, and this has been one of them. Please, all of you, come closer. Take a look. I'll show you what I've discovered. And he gathers you all to a table, and he has, like, this little bag that he pours out, and it looks like these tiny fragments of a crystal, and they are just these small shards. These are fragments of a petal of the blossom.
What is something relating to the Fae doing in the Underdark?
It would appear that the flowers begin to infest the material plane. It's,
Yeah, no way to stick close to it.
the dangers of such a thing are vast. Its immediate reaction typically results in a monstrous transformation of one's body. Often goblinoid in like, though it could be any type of fey creature, should the transformation take way. I think it might even have to do with a level of consumption.
Can we touch them?
Yes. You just cannot consume them.
One of the shards begins floating up towards Aram.
It might actually occur to him that the Fey Eladrin wants to touch the Fey thing. She does, and she picks up one of the shards. She's just like, "How strange! It shouldn't do that. That ain't normal." Huh.
May I take one, Nick, and pick it up and pocket it? Sneakily, if I can.
Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand if you want to steal it.
Hell yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, he can't beat that. You quickly just pocket A crystal shard.
He picks up two and only one goes back on the table, and he's just like, hey.
Yes, it seems that the flower has been shattered. The fragments have been scattered, and, from what I can tell, the intent malevolent.
Mayhap the work of the Fey Queen.
I have no idea who's at fault at the moment. My studies have only been on the specific features and perhaps a cure for this transformation. To which end I was hoping to acquire something.
When is the first time you noticed this?
Well, the Underdark has been having the transformations happening for months now. I only recently heard of a small bit of it happening above ground, which I'm not too sure of. To be quite honest, I spend most of my time down here.
Well, we hadn't seen much up there, but we'll certainly keep an eye out. What can we... How can we help?
Well, I have to abandon this research until I've dealt with whatever the Society needs me to do back in Waterdeep, which means I would need all of you to, if you could, try to acquire a specific material for me I've been searching for. It's a metal. It's a black metal, and
That narrows it down.
it has a magical power that I believe I could use to reverse some of these effects.
Is there any reason to reverse it, really? Has anyone important been affected?
Oh,
He looks over at you with like a bit of shock. He says, well, I would imagine any soul importance would be relative to your perspective of them, I suppose. But, of course, their souls have been lost. Battles have been had. Monsters have been slain that were once people. I find that quite imperative.
aye. One realm bleeding into another's not a good thing. Even if it is home.
Well, you do bring up a good point. Its origin is unknown to me, so should that be discovered, that might be a large boon to us. I would like to know.
As for this dark metal, do you have any leads on where we might acquire some?
Ancient ruins in the north, I believe. I've heard of rumors. I intended to begin venture that way. I was going to bring Sanine with me as my guardian. Perhaps I could leave him in your trust to assist in this venture. Sanine, of course, I'll pay you, nonetheless.
Well, this should certainly be interesting.
I don't want to force this upon your group. You were only tasked to find me, and you've done so. But if you've the time or the interest, find me this black metal. Its name is Chardling. It is a type of consecrated material from the upper planes that I need.
And these ruins, are they in the Underdark or are they above ground?
I believe that there was a time they were above ground, though they've sank into the earth, likely only on the first layer.
So it can be approached from above ground.
I believe so.
All right.
And he'll
Well-
mark some areas off on your map, and I will do so on the exploration map here too.
Well, we'd certainly be glad to help if we can. We're supposed, as far as I know, Ellie, you were saying we're supposed to be helping with the defense as well. Are we not?
Hard to say. We don't know when it's going to start, and until I better hammer down my teleportation magic, we can't be in two places at once. What's happening here is important as well.
That being said, we do have some business in other ruins before we head onward.
Precisely. We have hill giants to deal with, first and foremost. Do you relish that idea, Mr. Sanin?
He smirks. Well, should be a. If there's a problem over there, I see no reason why not help.
We have to get a Astarion back. Or at least save him.
I agree.
Season.
Though
We didn't see him when we were there.
Odds are he's in that floating cloud giant castle. Which means we're going to have to figure out a way to get up there first and foremost.
Did you say Cloud Giant Castle?
No.
It's been a long, long week.
Oh,
Yes, it's basically right above the entrance.
Sometimes I'm glad I stay in the Underdark.
Oh, but it's so much more nice up there.
And less likely to explode and kill you.
Relatively
That
speaking.
too.
Aram's going to shoot one of the exploding items a ways away.
He will begin to pack his things and he'll start to make his way out. Friends, I thank you for this information in your journey this far. I wish you the best of luck.
As to
Safe
you,
travels, Blurg.
Same as you, sir.
Uh,
Careful of the town.
Regarding
Hatred.
contact and the potential of you finding that medal, you should keep one of these. Sanin, I'll put it in your trust for now. And he hands you a sending stone. It should be a direct connection to me if you need to talk.
and do please keep us updated on anything we can do to help with the promenade.
I will try to keep you informed of what I find out when I reach the station upon which the society is set up.
Well, thank
And-
you, Blurg.
Best of luck to you. Peace shall be brought to the Underdark one day.
And it shall.
And he will make his way out with all of his things as you guys head out as well. He makes a different path through the Underdark. You guys cut back up. But you guys will have 2 hours here to chat as you travel up and out of the Underdark. Any conversation from your party to this new member as you guys make your way up for 2 hours? I'll drop him on the table here too. We'll move the hireling over.
Oh,
A,
approaching this very carefully.
a steep climb.
I-
You guys are like climbing, walking, moving, avoiding gas vents, collecting mushrooms. It's a couple hours.
Nice to meet you. Some proper introduction should be in kind. My name is Murray. As you can see, I'm a Tabaskis. I know how many you see those in the Underdark, but nice to meet you.
I've seen a fair few tabaxi in my day, but it's always an interesting sight.
Speaking of, surprised to see you. I figured that, well, I don't know how to phrase it better. A lot of Drow keep it to themselves. Either one of you is welcome to correct me, but you don't see many.
Well,
How
usually
can
if you
my
see
blood?
them, you can have some problems. Might I ask, are you housed to which house you belong to, or do you not have one?
Well, once I did belong to House Duskrin, but it's been a while since I've seen Mother, and the rest of my family.
Ellie's eyes go wide as she kind of, oh, I see. And she'll make a little bit of distance away from Sonnen.
Just walk away.
Can I try to figure out what is making Ellie so nervous here?
Yeah, throw an insight. Let's see. And Ellie, I guess because you're probably trying to hide that from Sonnen, throw me a deception. Let's see how Ellie does at hiding this. A 24. And an insight for a 20. They are chill. Ellie's chill. Ellie's leading the way out.
Why do you ask?
It's just common knowledge between Drow to know if they're housed or not.
Well, I must admit, earlier I did think you looked fairly familiar, but getting a better look, I think I was mistaken.
SRA just says, don't they say all Drow know each other? A very wood elf thing to say.
If only it were so simple.
Wouldn't they say the same about wood elves?
There's so many different forests. Why would they say that?
Yeah, that'd be
Exactly.
It just goes over her head.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure most people only know of Mensa Berenzen if they even know anything.
Rhea catches it, kind of gives Aram another deadpan look, and he's like, Are you that silly?" Surely.
Only one day of the week.
A man of your intellect should know. And after all, there's 3 different types of elves here. Not one of us is the same.
We just need a high elf, and then we'll have the quartet all ready.
Well, there
That
is
would be
one back in
utterly
Loudwater.
unbearable.
What was that?
There is one in Loudwater.
Just line us all up next to each other.
Do make sure you don't stand behind me then, Rhea.
Oh, they're standing behind you because of this place. I hate this place. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, unless
Isn't this only your second time in the Underdark?
Aye, and neither time has been fun. Let's move along.
unless there's anything else you guys want to go over, about 2 hours pass, you guys make your way out. And with that, well, first, before we do a break, we're going to go ahead and pick our direction. Where are we going? What are we doing next, party? You start off, of course, being able to scout 1 square around you. You can pick a hex that is within 5 feet here and scout it, and then you can move.
Do we know roughly where these ruins are?
Yeah, I'll put some marks on the map during the break here for you. They're up in the north here. There's 3 ruins here. I'll mark them off. Let me just make sure they're not... Okay, just don't read the map notes because I need to clear them. It's just got lore in there. It's not like it shows you the maps or anything. Just don't spoil the lore. But that's where the 3 ruins are.
I kind of want to scout the hex that's right next to ours here, that's bracketing everything else we've scouted just for completion's sake.
You want this one right here?
Yeah, that way
That's
we
what
know
you're saying?
everything on this side of the river.
And then in
Well,
terms
which
of where
direction are we going to move then?
Well, the plan originally was to head back to Lork, but I don't know if I want to do that without Julian, just like above the table.
Yeah. I think that's like that can be you guys head back when you're ready, right? Like that doesn't have to be immediate. And like meta wise, like the hill giants aren't going anywhere. You can fight them when you're ready. So it's fine. We'll do it with
Should we go here then?
Yeah,
Since
we could.
This is
we
another
could cross,
place.
We could cross straight across and try and visit that little town.
So why don't we take this hex and explore that hex and then go through this hex?
That's probably the smarter move then, yeah. Or we should probably scout the Cloud Giant hex
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
while we're here. You know,
We
may
are
as well.
here
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So the Cloud Giant Castle is a moving entity. It's not stuck in one hex. It is in that hex
Mhm.
right now. You know where the Cloud Giant Castle is. Scouting the hex will give you the hex, though.
Okay. Well, still, it knows what we have to deal with if that Cloud Giant Castle stays there by the time we go to deal with
Yes.
it.
I'd still rather do this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with
We have
either.
to go
be
through that
honest.
one.
I know, but I don't want to get ambushed. We know that there's lots of hill giants around here, and we know that they've been carrying people off. I'd love not to be next.
Just think of it like a horse.
One thing I should mention, since you weren't here last week, is that ranger we have has Pass Without Trace. So we all have ridiculously good stealth now. So it's less of a concern.
Yeah, the party
Because-
got pretty stealthy.
It's plus 10 for everyone. So
Then, in that case, this one.
All right, you guys want to
Okay.
scout that one?
Yep.
All right. Who's rolling the perception? You do have advantage from an ally.
Can anybody
Who
beat
has higher
plus 5?
perception?
Yeah.
it's Mari
I have.
with that new
Okay.
expertise.
Yeah,
We're
9
tied,
plus
but
9.
we're tied,
Oh,
but
okay.
bright lights give me disadvantage. So
There you go.
sunlight.
It is
Ooh.
Nat
Well,
20?
that's a nat 20. Let's see what the weather's like today.
That's the second nat 20 we've gotten in a scouting check in a row.
Okay, you know what? That's good enough. I don't need to roll the others.
Yeah.
Clear skies, so it is bright.
You're gonna bring down a natural one, or
Yeah.
something, to be honest.
29. That's a critical success on the hex, and it's this hex.
Yes.
All right, let me just make sure if there's anything in there.
Murray, what do your cat eyes see?
39.
Everything.
Very cool.
The night vision goggles come in.
It's daytime!
I don't know why, but I
It's
pictured
still-
the night vision goggles on your face, and then you know that thing cats do where they're just slightly sticking their tongue out? That's the method.
Is it just me? or
Whenever you take a
did all the lines disappear on the map?
I see the lines.
Yeah, no, I can't select individual hexes anymore. Like, I
Oh,
can't
were we
hover
all
over
were we
them.
able to do that?
We could
I
hover
wasn't.
over them, and
It's weird.
The ones that we have token icons for, I can see the icons personally.
Yeah. No. The lines that separate the different valleys. It might just be my map. I don't know. I'll ignore it for now. Sorry. You guys critically succeed. Unfortunately, it's an empty hex. So
At
I
least we know
will
that,
I will
We are
clear
very
it.
sure there's nothing there.
It's gonna be only half clear until you go there, because there's always a possibility of a random encounter. And which way do we
All right,
go?
let's go.
We're gonna go that way.
This way.
Yes.
All right.
Towards
so the party will
our-
move in that square, and what we'll do is we'll throw up a quick break while we get moving here. So we'll do our 10-15 minute break right now, and then we'll come right back as we jump into that hex. So
Sweet.
people watching stream, we'll see you here in 15. There we go. And I'll try to find some music to throw on for the stream viewers and for you guys. Get up, take a break, go to the bathroom, walk around, all that good stuff.
Get up,
We'll be
stand
right
up,
back.
throw your hands up.
encounter, I have
Yes.
noticed a bug.
Welcome back, everybody. And go ahead before we get into this encounter. You've noticed a bug. What's the matter?
I have. My AC is 24, and that's
Beautiful.
like literally not possible.
So your AC is a
So-
baseline of 10.
Yep.
And then you have 3 from your dexterity mod, which is correct. And then you have 1 from the rune on your robe, which is correct. And then you have 1 from your cloak of protection, which is correct. So that should be 13, 14, 15. So why does it say 24? Bonus AC effect. Effects add 1. I think it's just doing it twice here.
It's
Oh,
a feature.
yeah. Yeah, see, it's doing it multiple times, that's all. So, robes of elven resilience, effects, save, add 1, effects, armor class, add 1. We're just going to do add 2 and delete this other effect. And there, now it's proper. So the add 2 from the robes, that's actually the robe and the cloak. And the reason it did that is that when it has add 1 and add 1, it multiplies. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Speaking of, though, can I go ahead and cast Mage Armor? Like, while we're doing the other stuff during the day?
Yep. It lasts for 8 hours. So, would you cast it first thing in the morning? Do you cast it, when do you cast it?
I don't think I had it up going into the Underdark as yet. So, probably about now.
Well,
I
this
wasn't
is,
expecting-
let's talk about what now is. It's a good point. Actually, before I even just get ahead of myself. It is halfway through the day. It's a half day's travel, which means that this will be nightfall as you guys spend the next half of the day getting off the mountain, out of the Underdark, off the mountain, and down the side of the cliff towards what will be Oralbar. And we are going to clear this hex here as you guys
mean, I
make your way there.
She knows it's 8 hours, so she
So it's
probably
12 to nighttime here, so
Yeah, she'd probably cast it twice in a day. She'd cast it once in the morning, once whenever it faded.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
yeah, you can definitely cast it.
We're at the point now where it's kind of dim light instead of
We are
bright
past,
light.
yeah, the sun has set. We are past 6 p.m. The sun has set, and you guys are finding a spot for camp.
Is it safe to give Ellie this much power?
You know what? We're gonna mix the random encounter and the camping activity. Somebody roll me a survival for setting up camp.
I think that's going to be our hireling, right?
Your
Ranger.
hireling.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Ranger.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Please.
Unless the new guy has survival at all. No.
No, he doesn't.
need to call her
Okay.
something other than the hireling, though. What's her name?
SRA?
SRA, Petrona.
Should I go ahead and roll offer? Oh, someone did already.
Holy shit.
Ooh,
I got
perfect.
you. I got you. 27 is
Wow.
a critical success. You all approach a small
Oh, good.
cave, and she says, "Shh. Quiet. Nobody make any noise. Owlbear tracks." You see a large cave opening. A perfect spot for a camp. However, owlbears. You know, even setting up a camp nearby could be dangerous. She says, "We should deal with this." Yeah?
Agreed.
Yes. Can we roll sneak to get a
Because she crit
surprise?
succeeded on that, she's going to go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace on you all, and we will do a stealth check to see how we approach this as I activate this map.
Wait.
You're saying Baldric isn't just going to run in screaming?
I'm saying Baldric is not just going to run in screaming because he's not here. Unfortunately, he passed out
He's
drunk.
too drunk
He set up camp. He
on
said,
the wagon.
I'm on the way, and he passes out. And so unfortunately, he's out until party gets him conscious again. But no, yeah, he's just not here with us. And Sanine, you'll see that the party has some campfire buffs. You do not have them. You'll see that they all have purple tongues from a recent purple stew they ate, as well as a campfire buff that is inspiring them.
We gathered around the campfire and sang our campfire
Where's
song.
my sword? Not here.
I have no sword.
And so the campfire inspiration is bonus to attacks, checks, and saves of 2, and that should already be set up. However, I can see that it is bugging out for the saves for you. So I'm just going to delete that effect, save there, and I'm going to edit it here to have your
trying.
bonus. That's your bonus to AC. We're going to do your bonus save to 3. And that's your campfire buff for now. I'll just remember to edit it down. And let me just double check everyone's sheet there for anyone
Yeah, I've
else
been
that
trying
might
to
have
add
that.
the mage armor and have it change the AC to the 18 it should be. It's not working.
So all equipped armor 34. That is very messed up. No, so you just click the mage armor buff and then update, and there we go, 18.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just double check some of your saves, make sure everything is right. It looks good there. Aram, okay, everything looks good. Beautiful. So Ray was the only one with the resilient rune, so that's why. But that's fixed. So we're good. We're gonna go ahead and do a group stealth check, and I will just add 10 to the group DC. Do not roll. I will request. Right here, and I'll just outright roll it here in private, just so I can set the DC right off the bat. Minimum here 18. Okay. DC is 18. And I will go ahead and request in chat. Don't worry about adding anything. I'll just do the plus 10 to the total.
I will give a D20. I'll give a bardic inspiration to Sun and.
Ooh, nat 20.
All right, use that
Nice.
bardic inspiration. Oh, Sonny,
Hey! Oh,
Sonny, you can actually
Hmm.
click the button in the box and it'll set the group DC. But yeah, click it for me. We'll say the minimum there, 8. In the box above it, there's a dice button next to your name in the chat log.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not a problem. I'll teach you some of the modules we have. So this, for me, I actually see a group DC at the bottom when you click this, which is fine. You guys are still, a 26 with Pass Without a Trace, right? So even when you can use the Bardic Inspiration, make it like a 30, whatever it might be. I'm just going to scoot you guys up to the front, and you guys can then set up. And I'm going to
Okay, so it's
describe.
now canon. It's now canon that dark elves are not stealthy.
Yeah. I'm going to describe what you see as you make your way towards the cave entrance looking to prepare camp. You can see further in some stalagmites and stalactites sticking up. And the cave's probably bigger than this. This is just a representation of a map. But a large owlbear cave, and in the back, a pile of bones, some recent kills, a carcass of an ox, and this owlbear that looks like he's covered in scar marks, and his his feathers rather, both, are bluish in tinge, like a magical hue, and his claws seem to almost glow.
Huh. Wonder what this sounds like.
You all can roll nature checks,
What a strange one.
and then you can talk quietly amongst yourselves. I will say about how you want to position and set up. With his 18, you cannot get past here.
I actually want to talk to our ranger and ask her. So, is it normal for them to look like that?
Well, let's roll her nature check. She's only got a +1. She says, "Oh God, I didn't do it on public." That's a natural 1 for a 2. She says, "I normally shoot owl bears. They've never looked like that." Um, uh, she loads up an arrow.
kill it till it dies. Understood.
Do we have to? Couldn't we just? Could we just go away? It hadn't noticed us. We don't have to fight it.
Well, it's going to cause a problem for the local peoples.
We would
What
have to
lo-
get far away if we want to camp tonight. I might risk exhaustion to push on. We could leave it here. It is a risk. And locals, yeah.
I do have an idea. We do have a sort of issue with the hill giants due south of us. Is it possible to get it to attack it at Lork?
Oh my god.
Oh,
you're gonna lead the owl bear.
I don't
to
think we
Lork.
can kite it for over a day.
Yeah, that doesn't seem.
Half a day.
a bit
All we
far.
need is a horse and meat.
The horse is the
More
meat.
like bait.
I can do that.
Mm,
I don't want to
know,
be
that
the meat
seems-
though.
that seems even more risky.
I think Baldric would love to take back Lork, no matter what the situation.
Oh, for sure, but
Even if he has to be bait.
So meta
to get
wise,
it free.
I mean, meta wise, it would be it would come down to a chase scene at that point, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with chase rules. You'd probably exhaust and kill the horse. He'd be running full speed from this thing, and this thing would be sprinting at him.
Meta-wise,
it's possible
Ray.
you exhaust the owlbear and he gives up, but it's also possible that you just exhaust the horse. Unlikely that you can get that far. Very unlikely.
Yes.
Meta-wise, Aram's tired.
What's the speed of a normal horse?
Well,
Alright,
like I
I
said,
don't
it's not
actually
about
know
it's
this.
not necessarily just about a horse's speed. It would be about chase encounter rules. But
Endurance.
I'm assuming you
understand, but I
guys
want
dropped
to
all
understand.
your horses off and snuck up to this as you spotted it on the way. But
mean-
your horses are under players and vehicles. You should be able to open their character sheets up. They have a 60-foot move speed.
Because I have a faster horse.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
What is
that,
your horse?
Phantom Steed, 100 foot.
Phantom Steed is a spell, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It takes a full minute to cast. It lasts an hour.
Can travel
It'd
10
be a
miles
very-
in an hour. Or 13 miles at a fast pace.
Yeah, but you also have to keep the owlbear chasing you.
Okay. No, either way.
And just shoot it. Just shoot it a couple times. Make it angry.
Viable, so
The only thing I would say is that would probably last. It would be the hour. That would work as far as like that horse would not gain exhaustion. It is a spell. However, it's only an hour.
How many times can you do it?
Could keep recasting it.
A third level. No, it takes a full minute to cast. Let me see.
Do
Yeah,
it while
An
you're on the
owlbear
horse.
chasing you.
Yeah, but you would gain some distance on him. Probably not a minute worth. No.
And then it turns around because it's too far away.
I do have.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we
I
can
don't think
set
you
up
can kite 'em.
checkpoints.
So you guys either
Okay.
fight him or you leave him. Yeah.
I think.
Can we tame it?
Oh my god.
I think the threat that needs to be dealt with, because if we don't
Okay.
deal with it
You could
now,
always
it's going to
try.
be a problem later.
This does remind me of something we talked about just yesterday with those shots.
All right. Marty will ready his action with everyone and
Well, we won't do
Steady
ready
aim.
actions. We'll do surprise rounds.
no. Oh,
Oh yeah, we get to all
I'm wonder-
pelt it at once.
yeah.
Uh,
No, because I wanted
does Sanine have
advantage.
any range?
Yeah, she's a ranger. Oh,
No,
Sanine. Sorry.
Sanine.
Sorry, Sanine.
He has a spear and a couple of spells.
I've actually got an idea. So, little tiny elf comes up to Sanine and says, "Can I do something? Promise it's beneficial."
Sure.
What she's gonna... Can I... No, I can only do it to myself. Damn it. I was gonna cast Blur on him. Okay.
Oh, I can cast guidance on someone.
That won't help in a fight.
Um,
Never mind, I couldn't do it.
All right, so you guys can set up anywhere down in this
What?
lower section here, and
One last thought,
we'll get
Nick.
initiative
If
in.
we make it go unconscious, put it to sleep, and drag its body to Lork
It's too heavy.
With the horse.
with the horse on the carriage,
Mm-hmm.
just tie him down.
Yeah, you can knock him out. Knocking him out is an option. We still got to roll initiative. So let's roll
Yeah,
initiative,
I
everybody.
understand.
Line up and let's go. Hey, not bad. 24 for the owlbear.
I'm waiting for the initiative. Oh, never
Natural
mind.
1 for
Oh,
Ellie.
man.
Top right, you can right-click the combat tracker.
Yep,
The new
I forgot.
person rolled in before anybody else. In fact, 3 minutes ago, I think they've been ready.
Did I get a nat 20? Who got a nat 20?
20 for
Oh, I
action,
did.
man.
What the fuck?
You got a nat 20. You're right above the owlbear. You're going to be first here. Now, the owlbear is not... Actually... Okay, so I rolled him as a random encounter. He's in his cave. Yeah, I would say that he's in his cave right now. He probably hunts at night. So he's just in his cave alone. You guys
Yeah.
approach from outside as it's starting to get dark out. He is awake. He's not prone or anything. He's probably picking at a carcass in the back. To that end, I'll put him right here. He's just picking at a carcass. And
Would you allow me to throw guidance on someone before the combat starts?
no, not unless you subtle spelled it or something.
Okay, sure, fair enough.
And we're gonna go ahead and get right into a surprise round, which is gonna be right off the bat. Mari, you're gonna be first. Now the owlbear does not go on the surprise round, so you're first up in initiative.
Quick
as I
question, not
find
question, but for some
battle
reason I
position.
don't have steady aim on my character. And it should be there.
Okay. Probably just a feat I gotta drop in from Tasha's Cauldron, and it doesn't import, yeah. But you do have steady aim.
Okay.
So let me just, I'll add it. It's just because
Yep, no,
the importer doesn't.
I'm
do
just gonna let
Tasha's
you know that
Cauldron
I'm going
stuff,
to use it.
and
That
I
you
don't
know.
know why. No, I'm gonna import it
Yeah.
right now. Boop, boop, boop. Done and done. You have it.
Alright. Go ahead and I'm going to use that. And then, of course, use my bow to do a range attack.
Well, you already have advantage because it's surprised.
I think it's different.
You are
told us.
stealthed, Mari. You are stealthed. You have advantage.
Okay, we
The
are
whole
still.
group is
Alright.
stealthed.
Alright.
On the first attack. Once you attack, boom, you
Yes.
break stealth. 23, it will hit. Also, make sure you're in the right position, everybody, because this will be
Yep.
It'll start to
final.
matter. Yep.
Why can't
Oh,
I-
I'll unlock.
There you go.
This will be your starting positions. I would say even the ranger's probably like back here, maybe on the edge, still out of sight.
So 18 damage.
Very nice. A short bow, 23 is gonna hit. 6 damage. Sneak attack for another 12. Pretty solid.
That's a few.
All right.
And I'm just gonna move right there.
SRA. And now that the owlbear has had their turn on the sneak or on the pre-round, they can use reactions and such, but that's about it. So she'll move up, and we'll get some shots in here. She's got extra attack.
Nick,
We
one thing
really-
I did want to mention.
We really should add a
Sorry.
better weapon for her, honestly. But go ahead.
I think we talked about trading out aid for spike growth on her character sheet.
Oh, for her to cast that right now?
Well, if she wanted to cast that right now, I don't know. But I mean, just having it on the character sheet.
I think I'm just gonna shoot some arrows right now, and we can add that after. I'll try to
Cool
import her.
beans.
Did you already add it on D&D Beyond, you said?
Maybe. Let me check real quick.
If you can update it on D&D Beyond, I'll just update her.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I got you, Slime.
All right, damage twice here. Oh, sorry, the first one should have had advantage. I'll just throw an advantage D20. Yeah, it's not a crit. All right, 20 total damage, though. 10 each time. That's pretty solid.
Did it add the psychic damage?
It only added +3, so let me see what she has. She has Dreadful Strikes. When you hit a creature, you can deal extra weapon scaled damage, d4. Is that once, or is that every time? Once per turn, so that's just d4. And then Favored Foe, she would have marked it as well. Sorry, I'm not playing used to this character. When you hit the first one, she would mark it for 1 minute. For concentration.
She also does have sharpshooter.
And so she will deal this damage twice. She has sharpshooter. What's that do for her?
She could potentially take a -5 to deal an extra +10. Which, if she has advantage, probably would use, but hey.
I'm going to say she did not use it this turn. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, cool beans. And it is fixed on D&D Beyond, so whenever.
Oh, wait, one
we have
thing I
time for
messed
that.
up. The 15 misses. So I do have to apply 10 back. And then 4. Alright, so that did miss. The other one hits. So 10, 13, 16 damage. And she will move back here, has him marked as a favored foe. She'll be concentrating. I'll mark that off too. I need to make a favored foe buff for her. Sorry, was not prepared for the hireling as I should have been, honestly. I'll make some stuff set up for her. But we'll move on. Sanine, you are up on the edge of the cave. She runs back here, just puts her back to the edge. She says, well, we're not stealthed anymore.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
I have no idea what's happening there.
Uh-oh, you're lagging. That's what it is.
Oh, shit.
It's all right. We can hear you now.
Okay. Well, I imagine the owlbear is pretty, pleased right now.
Mary.
Quite surprised. He
more
goes
arrows
into
back.
a roar. Let me see. I actually have a roar. Let's do a... Yes.
Just gave me a no permission message. I'm like, I haven't done anything.
Same.
Because I made an effect.
That's a feature.
Sanine, on the edge of the cave, you hear the owlbear roar out. What would you like to do for your surprise round? You could prepare a ready to action. You could buff yourself. You could run in there. However, you did spot it. It is, 30 feet, 40 feet away. Or let me see here. 35.
So I will hold my action for the time being to attack it once it crosses that threshold.
Okay, so are you familiar with 5e rules?
Mostly.
Okay, so for readied actions, you can only do your one action, not your whole turn. So you're gonna want to position yourself and then ready. Because if he goes over here, you might not be in range. But if you go one square up, then you'll definitely be in range. So you can move in bonus, and then you can ready your action.
All right, I'll move over there.
Does that make sense?
I believe so. So over.
Well, even just one square would be enough, right? Because he's 4 squares big. So if he comes in, and let's just say he's this big, right? Now you're definitely gonna hit him.
Oh, okay.
Right, but if you were one square back, then you wouldn't. So I'm just giving you a little hint to just step forward.
Step up. So
and
I step up.
Now you're ready. Is there any bonus action you want to do before that?
No, I think it'll be good.
All right, perfect. Aram, as you're at the cave entrance, the owlbear turns and roars. He's about to charge. He sees first Rhea, crimson hair, almost like a bull seeing a red carpet waved in front of him, and then you standing behind him. What do you want to do?
You'll never believe this. I'm gonna blast him.
Finger guns.
There you go.
Eldritch Womp.
Did it? Oh, there we go.
And
That'll
you
be
get bass
one.
drop sound effect for every time Aram uses Eldritch Blast.
We could add it.
Yeah, please do. Did it actually? Oh,
no,
what?
so a couple modules had to be turned off in order for your character sheet to be opened. As I mentioned, there's some bugs.
Okay.
So you have
Okay,
to
I
click
can still press the buttons.
Exactly. Click in chat.
Ooh,
27 will hit. Oh, you have advantage. Just throw a d20. See if you get a crit. Okay, not a crit. That's okay.
No. No.
Did you have any effects on your blast?
The only one I had was charisma to damage, I think.
Agonizing. Okay. I'll say.
I think that's been added. Yes. 1d10 plus 4.
Yeah.
I do get a second bolt though, so I'm gonna throw that out. And do the thing again.
Oh yeah, the attack button works for multiple clicks too, if that's easier for people as well.
Oh, okay. I
20
believe that hits.
A 20 does indeed hit.
Woohoo! I can do as much damage as an elf. Well, actually more, because she actually didn't hit one of them. And I'm gonna GTFO a little bit.
Alright.
And I'm done.
You back off. Rhea,
All right.
the creature
The little
looks...
copper-haired Eladrin sees that thing looking at her, and she doesn't react that well.
It looks angry. It looks hungry.
You're also the only one left in front of it.
And it's about
Yeah.
to charge.
I know. I can kind of see that. That's not good.
Also,
she's
here's the
gonna
official
do-
Kingmaker art of it.
Okay. Oh wow.
He's a big boy.
He's a
Oh,
big
yeah,
boy.
Biggin.
he's a chunky lad. All right. So I'm gonna throw fireball at it. She's gonna kind of yelp a little bit to throw one of her spells. Cool. Let's try and do this correctly.
Alright, he'll
Yeah.
make a save.
All right.
That is a 12. He's going to take fire damage here. Click damage on the chat box.
Oh, it's hiding.
It's in the chat log.
I don't. Okay. There it is.
Yeah. Hey, that's
I
a
think it's kind
lot
more
of
fun people pressing
sixes.
the buttons.
Wow.
34. That's a
Dude,
pretty
she,
good
she
turn.
lights up. Almost the entire cave is burning. Now she's just like.
Will you tell me she's
And
walking
then
away as
run.
it explodes?
She's gonna run now. Yeah, but before she does that, I'm gonna use one of my. I use my bonus action to change my lunar phase. I'm gonna change it to new moon.
Okay.
You see the light around her form like shift a little bit, and then she runs because I don't really want to fight the bear.
Oh, no, you're off screen.
Rhea has left the combat. Nuts.
She just pieces out. Yeah,
Yeah, phased out of
Alright.
existence.
that's my turn.
Oops, I skipped all the way. Meant to go to Ellie. Ellie, you're up.
How dare. I'm going to go ahead and step over right here. Oh, can't do that. That's colliding. Step here. I'm going to throw down a fairy fire, I believe.
Ooh, fun. Good idea.
The flames
Can't
settle
recommend.
as the fireball bursts within the room. You step forward and light it up one more time.
Do the thing. No, don't open my... Okay.
An 18. Oh, they save.
All right,
Fully aware of the
um,
combat at this point, it dodges and rolls.
I'm going to stand here.
All
And then my
right.
turn.
I
Actually,
feel like I'm standing in the wrong spot.
and
We-
Sonnen still has a Bardic Inspiration, correct?
Shed.
Yeah, I can buff them with that. What is your bardic right now? A D9, D8, D8? Yeah, D8.
I mean, a D9 would be fine.
No, I was reading 5 to 9. Sorry, I didn't mean to say D9. Mari, you're up.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Not yet. I will go ahead and do another, just a regular arrow attack, of course. I don't think I get steady aim.
You you have to stay still to steady aim.
No.
You could stealth first and then sneak up. If you're a rogue, right?
Yeah, let's do cunning action. No, but it won't. I'd be way too open. He sees me already,
Well,
right?
no, you would stealth here and then sneak into view and get an advantage shot off.
Okay, then.
You just have
Let's
to
do
move
that
at
cunning
half
action. Yep. Bonus action cunning action.
Yeah, so
That's
throw me
fine.
a stealth. His passive perception's a
Stealth.
16. A natural 1.
Nat 1.
He knows you. You cannot shoot him with
That's fine.
advantage.
I will still hit him. Why does it roll?
Straight attack.
Straight.
Oh, that was almost
13.
another nat 1. A 13 misses.
Okay. And run.
So you have
back
to.
here.
So one thing, when you stealth, right, you have to go at half speed. So this would be 10. This would be 20. And then you, I would say actually it would be 20 to here. You could shoot, and then you could go 25, 30. But don't forget when
I
you're
have 40 feet of movement.
Okay, that's fine.
That's why.
But just don't forget when you're stealthing, you're going at half speed. So.
Yep.
And that just means that each
And
square
turn.
takes double. Owlbear. He finally gets his moment. It is going to be 30 feet, 40 feet. Ready to action, Sanine. You can do your attack.
Do the thing.
And just to clarify, I do let you do the extra attack if you have it. So both attacks are welcome to be made. And you're also going to get a pop-up asking you if you want to use your Bardic Inspirations. And let me put the flanking debuff on this guy. So, Sanin, click on your attack, whatever sword or weapon you're using. Okay, and then in the chat log, just click the attack button that it made.
All right.
Normally it'll auto roll, but one of the modules is broken, which has been throwing everybody off.
I kind of like it now that I know about it.
Should he be looking right or left? Right? I kind of like him tilted right.
Well, yeah, that's where the
Yeah.
people are. Please don't look at me.
Angle
I'm not here.
perfectly to bite Ellie's head off, it looks like. So, you know, hey.
16 misses by 1. I will allow you to just use up that Bardic Inspiration on that if you'd like.
Sure. What is that plus again?
It doesn't matter because even +1's good enough, but it's plus a d8, which will make that hit. You can make the damage roll. And this has damage and versatile depending on if you're one-handed or two-handing.
It'd be two-handing.
Okay, then click versatile. I think, right? Does it have... Let me just double-check the
Right.
spear's damage.
It's a D68.
Let me make sure it's set up right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so click versatile on that chat button.
Yep,
It says
one
attack
second.
damage versatile.
There we go. There we go.
Beautiful.
All
Little bit extra because you're two-handing it. You jab it into the owlbear. It roars back. It looks injured, but it is here. So that uses up your reaction as you let go of the attack. You have extra attack, right, Sanin?
Trying to figure that out real quick.
I believe you
have at
do.
least-
Right here. Boom. Extra attack. You can make 2
It's a
attacks.
lovely, so.
So you can attack one more time here on him.
Then I will do that.
I don't mind if I do.
Please
I
do.
can't wait to get-
One shot it.
Oh,
Break the
also,
brain.
also,
Things
in all fairness, you had advantage on that first attack. Throw me a d20. Just to see if you get a crit. You were stealthed and ready. You kind of spring out. So let's see if you get a free crit here. Nope, not a crit.
Oh,
That's all
So
right
it is.
though. It still is a hit on that first one for 8 damage. Go ahead and make your second attack.
And
Ah, natural one.
5 days.
Oh, buddy.
Now, Sanin, if you're not familiar, you do have an advantage. I mean, not an advantage, an inspiration die. You can reroll any roll of the night. Not saying you got to use it on that one, but it's your call. Sometimes people forget to use them all night. Sometimes people need them at the end. You never know.
Guilty.
You never know. So that's your call if you want to use your inspiration or not.
Yeah, I guess he's here to make a good impression, right?
I mean, hey, it is one of your first combats with the group. Do you want to inspire it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Go ahead and just make a new attack. And that'll be your inspiration roll for the night.
Come on, thing. There we go.
That'll hit. 2
All right.
jabs, roll damage, versatile. And we'll definitely get you set up with a cool weapon and armor with the money you have. For the future combats, these would be doing more damage with whatever upgrades we make it. But for now, that is what it
Yeah.
is.
He just didn't feel like using the sword at this exact moment for whatever reason.
As you stab out twice, as he kind of ascertains the situation, definitely wanted to go for whoever created that fireball or those blasts, but is immediately met with 2 combatants. Surprised by Sanin and Ellie, I think he'll swipe out at who he was first charging towards, which was Ellie in the front here. So we'll make
That's not
2
very nice.
attacks. I know it's not nice.
My thing didn't even work on you.
That's why.
Beak and claw.
Oh,
That's the beak. Let's do the claw. 29 on the beak. A 16 on the claw.
I will silvery barbs the beak.
Go for it.
I was just holding my tongue in case there was a crit.
All right, reaction, and let's go ahead and re-roll that. Who do you give advantage to?
I'll give
23.
it to. All right, so it still hits. I will give the advantage to.
give it to
Sunny.
the cat. Sorry.
Person you're in melee with. You throw Sanin some
Yeah.
advantage here in combat as you try to make that first hit miss, but it does not. We're going to roll damage on... That was the beak, yeah? Beak damage.
Beak.
Oof, one of those was max. 25 damage.
Ow.
That's his turn. Let me double check. Yeah, that's his turn. Essere. You guys were almost far away enough that he might have had to have dashed. She will... Does she have anything special here for boosting her damage? She could summon Beast in the future. Well, we will go ahead and she's got Favored Foe up for that damage. She'll make 2 attacks. Let's just roll those. Oh, I do need to take flanking off. 13's gonna miss. That one will hit, though. And the extra damage, she has 2d4 on this. 11 damage. Not too bad. Not the best. She runs back into the woods a bit.
Does
says,
she get the bonus damage on this shot as well, or?
Yeah, so that's one of the d4s. She gets Dreadful
Okay.
d4, and then she gets Favored Foe d4.
Hey, just making sure. Because it was weird last time.
You know what? She should have sharpshootered it. I forgot to do it again, but I'll say that she did. That second one hits for an extra 10. And that's my bad. I'm just going to apply that buff to her. She will sharpshooter. And she also shouts like, "Stay back!" As she can see it clearly hurts. Sanin, you have advantage on whatever you do. You're up.
All right.
It lashes out and slices down on Ellie. blood gushing out, probably parts of the armor like ripped apart as its claws just rend her.
Why is it not showing up? There we go.
Might just be a little laggy or something for you.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Okay, then,
unfortunate
that's,
rolls. That advantage used up, but it's a miss. You got extra attack. Roll again. Oh, let me put flanking back on him again.
Oh,
Well, it
when I
doesn't
do that
matter.
again.
I can just remember. The automation doesn't work anymore. You're good. An 18 hits. Go ahead and roll versatile.
Oh,
7 more into him. He's badly injured. Not quite wounded yet. Not wounded. Not quite bloodied yet. For those of you unfamiliar, that means below a quarter. Like quarter left. Quarter remaining, not below a quarter. He's not quite there, but he does look wounded. Staying where you're at, Sanine. Any repositioning? Any bonus action? You've also
no,
got,
not right now.
You've also got divine smites. You could always pump into the hit.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Are you familiar with Paladin?
Not very.
All right, so you can divine smite on every attack. When you crit, your divine smite also crits. You choose to do so after you hit. So searing smite is actually a spell you would do first, which I will allow you to have done. But what you would do then is searing smite bonus action. So you buff your weapon. So now your weapon is glowing red with a searing smite. And now your attack does an extra d6 of fire. And he has to make a con save. So you're pretty strong. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. So he fails the con save. The d6 is max damage here. What's the con save say? Okay, yeah. So yeah, he just takes the d6 and he has the flames on him. He has to use an action to put the flames out. He is on fire. As well, you can divine smite as a special with that attack as well. So click divine smite. You can get that in there too.
All right.
And you can do this on multiple attacks, even though it's a spell. It's one of the special things paladins can do. So it's under your first level spells, and you just click divine smite.
Why is it not rolling?
There
we go.
is.
It's just being laggy.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Clicking the dice instead of clicking the name gets a lot of people too.
Hey, look at that damage.
Hey!
That's some good smiting.
15 smite damage, 6 searing smite damage, and he's on fire, and the attack
God.
hits for 7 as well. That's pretty solid.
Realization flashes across his eyes as his power
29.
exceeds.
29 damage in one stab.
Oh, right. I'm a paladin.
So that's how that works.
Aram, you're up.
Okay. Well, I thought about doing a Toll the Dead, but it's just a better idea to do the thing and shoot. So we're gonna Eldritch Blast.
Womp.
And this is just a normal roll.
Oh,
No.
2 on the dice. No dice.
No, that was a dice. It's just no, hit.
dice. I said
No
no dice.
cigar.
That'll hit.
Yay! Oh, those rolls. Wow,
7
my
more
rolls are back
damage.
to normal.
Hey, it happens. It's still 7 because of that charisma boost.
Okay, and before my turn is over... Oh, I need to check how far away I am.
You got movement?
Yeah. Whoops,
You're
I
real
can't see this.
close.
No, I'm good. I'm going to use my feature and push it into the wall. Oops, I did it twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shoving it. I mean, it can't really go.
I mean, I could move my character over one.
If you want to move this way, you could shove him into the cave.
Okay, we'll do that.
How far back does it shove him here? Oh, he makes a save. Let's see.
Yeah, 30 foot saving throw DC 15. Oh, yeah.
Unfortunate.
What?
10 feet anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's 5 feet. But yeah, no, he doesn't move.
Unfortunately not. As you go to blast him back, he's where he is.
Okay, next.
Oh wait, no, I don't think this is not the blast one. This is just you can just shove.
Telekinetic shove.
Oh, I don't think you have to be in a direction, right?
It has to be away or towards me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Towards or away from you? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
It is directional.
Okay.
The blast shove is one forward as a
Pull or
feet
shove
and
as
backward
well.
as a feet,
Yeah.
and
Okay. Alrighty,
I can
Aram. You've only gone 15. Any more movement?
Sure, let's go over here.
Okay.
And that's about a turn.
Rhea, you're up.
So, she sees Ellie get hit and does something incredibly stupid. I'm going to cast... Oh god, this is dangerous. Okay. I can't do that. Cool. I'm gonna cast Blur on myself.
Blur.
I think I have to target myself.
Oh, I don't think automation's gonna work. I'll buff you with it.
Okay.
Blur, and
she
is that
has Ellie.
concentration? It is.
And then I'm actually gonna... She runs up. And, as a bonus action, I'm going to, Quicken Spell Sacred Flame on it.
Okay.
Just a second. Okay. So... I have to
He'll
make a dex save.
Yeah. 2 on the dice.
Alright.
10 radiant damage.
She calls forth the moon's light, just blasts this thing, and then tries to get between Ellie and it. She would rather take the hit than Ellie would.
Okay.
Get back!
So you try to, like, make yourself the target?
Pretty much.
Alright. Ellie.
Well, I just got extra attack, so I may as well use it, yes?
Actually, you know what? Hey, Rhea, let's throw a free a free performance trying to like taunt the thing.
Sure.
Let us decide how interested he is.
Okay.
All right. He's got a lot of targets. He's got a lot going on. Ellie, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Can I inspiration that roll?
I mean, it was just a free performance to see if you want to, you absolutely can. It's just, do you want to? I mean, you can.
I do. Reason being is
an
because
attack or something might be a better use of it, but your call.
Hair to goad the bull, and
Go
she's
for
worried
it.
about a friend.
Go for it.
So.
Hey, a 24. And that turns it around. You mark off your inspiration, but he looks enticed. Ellie, you're up.
Stab.
Stab.
Oh wait, it's darkness, is it not?
It is dim, at least moonlight. It's not like pitch black, but yeah.
So I don't have advantage. It's just a normal roll for me.
Would 6 p.m. be darkness? Let me check.
If it's winter.
The time of year.
Not until, darkness is right there. It's at 8 to 9. 9 is when it hits darkness. So yeah, 6 p.m. it's only dim light.
So it's just a normal roll for me. All right, cool beans. And I don't think I have a fun way to give myself advantage, so we'll just roll. Hey, it didn't matter. Hit. And I'm going to add a defensive flourish to that.
All right.
First, we'll smack on some damage.
Let's get some new battle music going on. It's too long for...
Oh, that rolled wrong. My bad. I did the wrong thing, so ignore that roll, please.
I refuse.
I use D&D Beyond, and it doesn't have the striking rune on it.
Yeah, no, I know. Not a problem. Just click that damage button.
It did not give me a damage button for
It
whatever
says
reason.
10 damage, 10 piercing damage.
Yeah,
in the
that was
bottom
from
of the
D&D
chat here.
Beyond. So I'm
It's-
just gonna manually put it in.
Yep, it's 2d8 plus 7.
Plus 7?
Plus 4. Plus 4.
Okay. I was like,
No, it said plus mod, but it already added it, so I was wrong. Plus 4.
I'm rolling 3d8 because mobile flourish or defensive. Well,
You can-
I probably
do
shouldn't do that
your
because we want to
flourish
know.
dice as well. Yep.
I'll do that as a separate roll just so we know what I'm adding in my AC.
Perfect.
Hopefully this works. It did. All right. Please tell me that 2 wasn't the DC. Okay, good. I have a +6 to my armor
You
class.
have a plus 6 to AC.
All right, so that's 17 damage, and then I'm gonna poke it again because I can.
I'm just gonna add the shield buff to you, and I'm gonna edit it to be 6.
Gonna work. 21 to hit.
Let me just make sure that gave it to you. It did. Plus 6. Yep, 23. 21 to hit. Unfortunately, I mean, he's enticed by Rhea now, but it is a high AC. 21 will hit.
And then damage, damage. Because now it gives me the button for whatever
11
reason.
more.
And then I'm going to proc the op attack and move out.
Oh, he will take that.
Yeah.
Let's do a claw.
Do I have the option to try to get in the way?
Not for the op attack.
I will go ahead and do a who's he what's it? Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
the-
Disadvantage it. Let's throw a new roll. It'll miss.
Alright.
That'll be your
And I will-
reaction. That'll
Yipper.
be
And I will give
your
the advantage to
who?
Sanin.
Sanin. You have a Sanin.
We need
Sanin?
them smites.
Sanin? You have advantage. All right.
Blueberry.
Not too bad. The owl bear looks pretty fucked up. He might get another round. Mari. That's up to you.
I'm just gonna do this.
What?
That should be fine.
He looks over
Oh.
questioningly as you cast
That's gonna be
magic
fun.
into the air. Let's see if it's enough. 19. Oh, Mari. It's not enough.
I knew I should have attacked first. No, I couldn't.
Unfortunately. He's still awake. It drifts over him. He like almost like and he fully wakes up.
Alright. Then I'm going to just go ahead and normal attack him. Flanking, you already got it in your head.
Yeah, because it's not
So I'm
auto
just
applying.
gonna do that. Attack. Normal. Nat 20.
Hey, look at that.
Alright. So, Nick.
Oh, well, you
I
already
need to
actioned,
tell you
though. What
that-
is this? How are you in
Oh,
action
fuck.
again?
Oh, bonus action. It's just a bonus action.
No, that's only if you
Oh,
attack.
can I?
That's only if you attack.
Yeah, that's only if I
I'm
attack.
so sorry. We're stealing the 20
Take
away.
away that natural 20.
Yeah.
You've already
Wow.
actioned.
Man.
You've already actioned. It's a
Yep,
beautiful 20, but
okay.
it's gone.
Go back and
Yeah,
turn.
No,
Nothing
you-
of that
I
happened.
mean, you
Sleep
still,
is the
you
only
still
thing that
have
happened.
movement, you still have a bonus.
No.
Do you want to move?
Mage
Do you
Hand,
want a
Booming
bonus?
Blade, it's an action. No. I leave it there. That's fine.
All right,
Alright.
he's gonna go for Rhea because of that taunt. Rhea, I believe Blur gives him disadvantage, right?
Yes. And he. Yeah.
We'll do a beak and a claw. These will be at disadvantage. Hey, a 3 on the dice instead of a 20. You steal away a crit. 15 misses you. Let's do the claw at disadvantage.
What's that +3 it's getting?
Double nat ones.
Wow.
Yeah, roll. Yeah.
The dice have spoken.
The +3 it's getting, I don't know, I can take a look here. I gotta have to look at the breakdown of its
It
attack.
could be his. Oh, it's not his strength. Probably his +7 is its strength.
Proficiency, I think.
Oh, okay, makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So yeah.
But
She-
unfortunately at 11, double nat ones. Really trash roll. Describe it for me.
It throws 2 different strikes at her, and she spins and dodges out of the way using her dexterity. She's a lot tougher than you think. It's just having to use it now.
As you blur and weave, dodging these 2 attacks, I'm just gonna show you what you guys avoided. This is the claw damage, would have hit you for 20, and then the bite damage for 43.
Oh, so she's actually playing with her own death. Okay, cool.
But you survive.
Those footwork drills are paying off.
SRA. We'll see if she can kill steal since you guys are giving her the opportunity. We'll lombo twice. Nope. 1 hit. Wait oh, -5. No hit. She missed by 1.
She has the option either way, right?
No, I chose to put it on.
Okay.
She missed. Yeah, probably a bad idea. He's kind of hard to hit. Sanine.
So as a bonus action, he's gonna send up a quick prayer to Tyr.
Oh, interesting.
Do you have a holy symbolage upon you that you grab at? Is there like an emblem? Is there...
Yeah, so from under his armor, he pulls out a necklace and prays.
Alright, divine favor. Extra d4. Very cool. That's concentration as well as you have that up, but a little bit extra oomph.
And then I'm gonna attack it.
Do it.
Alright, you get
Advantage
to
on the first one, but
you get to attack
Um,
twice.
It
Advantage on
auto-did
the
it.
first. Beautiful. And that will be a 25 to hit. Definitely gonna hit. 10. Plus a d4.
and then I'm gonna smite.
Roll a d4 for me as well first.
Oh,
Get
sorry,
that
one
in
sec.
there. And then also do the smite. Beautiful, an extra 1. And then smite him.
Come on, thing. We're gonna here. What is happening?
Probably more of that lag or something. We'll figure it out. I can't even see your FPS for some reason.
I will have this fixed by next week, I promise.
There it is, 171. Doesn't look that bad. But I see it, a Searing Smite as well. Well, that's a bonus action. Unfortunately, you cannot do that because you did a bonus action, Divine Favor. So you've already done bonus action. That was for the D4.
My bad.
And however, the Owlbear is on fire, which I forgot about. He took a D6 from your Searing Smite from the previous round. So he took a D6 from that.
Well, you could do his Divine Smite because that's just a free action, right?
So you can Divine Smite as a special. Exactly. Searing Smite is a bonus action that you already did.
I don't know why it's not showing up right now.
So that's all right. It's what is it? 2d8. 2d8.
All right, then let's.
Just throw 2d8 out there, and unfortunately a little bit low, but the Divine Smite goes out. We'll just mark off the spell slot already did, so you're good. And he's still up on that first hit. You get another hit.
And I will. There we go.
Oh, now one.
Well, there's a nut. There we go.
Unfortunate. And we've already advantage, right? I think we already used that. Yeah. So that
Yep.
unfortunately misses. You won't get the kill here. So close. Almost had a
Oh,
kill on your
you were-
first game. But
We're
Aram,
discussing the
you're up.
So if I cast a range attack, I get smacked, right?
No,
You're at
you have disadvantage.
Okay. But if I toll the dead, I should be fine, right?
Unless you have certain feats like Warcaster, I think spells are at
Oh, I do have
disadvantage.
Warcaster.
Do you have Warcaster?
I do, but I might as well just toll the dead anyway.
Do you have Warcaster? You do. Let me just
I
double
do, I
check
picked
here.
up.
It's hostile movement doesn't provoke op attacks from
So,
use your action cast spell. Wait, no, it's not Warcaster. What is it?
so technically speaking, the only way to have not disadvantage on a ranged spell attack is to take Crossbow Expert, because Crossbow Expert states you don't get disadvantage when you attack with a ranged attack within 5 feet.
It's Crossbow Expert. Okay, I thought there was a spell one. Okay. So yeah,
that's
so
hilarious.
that's yeah, unfortunately the only thing that could give it to you. So you could
Roll the dead.
attack with disadvantage or do a save or do an attack.
Yeah, I'll make him save.
All right, first save.
So you need to throw a saving throw.
Yeah, I got you. 14. Fails by 1. Versatile damage.
What?
Double ones. He's alive. He's alive.
I have been
He's staying alive.
shafted.
Total of possible 24, and we throw a 2.
Um,
Lots of ones.
Is there any movement I can make that won't get me smacked?
No. Well, yeah,
Okay, then
yeah,
I will
you
do-
can do any of this.
Oh, just moving out of there.
You can
You
as
can
long as
stay
you're
within-
near him.
within its range, and it won't attack you. At
Mhm.
least, if you move outside of its range, it could take an opportunity attack.
If you move away, he'll swipe.
I will just stay where I am.
Okay.
While I have a chance, let's see if he fails this roll. That.
All right,
You'll
try to
probably get
shove
it.
him back. I mean, he looks pretty wounded. Let's see if the dice reflect that.
No,
Yeah, he's pretty strong nonetheless.
it is like his best save. Anywho, next.
He's been eating his Wheaties.
Rhea.
Cool.
That's all he's been eating.
The little Ladrin lass is mad at this thing, so she's gonna move around it some, always facing it, and just kind of yell at it of various different things in Sylvan. None of it's polite, so I won't bother. And then,
Aram dies of laughter.
I'm going to,
At least that's language.
I'm gonna Moonfire it again.
Has
But
Ellie learned Sylvan?
I thought she did, but I guess not, so never mind.
I think you learned like half of it, right? No,
Yeah,
you
that's
learned
probably what it was.
Primordial. You're almost done with it.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh no, you might have,
So-
Ellie. You might have learned it, and then maybe we didn't update your new sheet, right? If you didn't do it on D&D Beyond.
Because I
Maybe.
swear we were learning a language.
Yeah, I think that's
to
what it is,
work
Ellie.
with somebody
'Cause I think
else.
you
I
finished.
thought it was
You
Primordial.
finished Sylvan, and you were learning Primordial.
Okay, so I'll throw Sylvan up real quick.
Yeah, just edit it on D&D Beyond so it always imports right. Rhea, sorry, go ahead.
So, question, just
Yep.
mechanical question.
Yep.
Is Sacred Flame lethal?
Let me double check the true ruling on this, and
'Cause I know
you
he's
know what?
very,
I don't
very
even care.
low.
I don't even care what the true ruling is. Let's make a table ruling on it right now. As far as non-lethal damage, I know most of the time I rule that it has to be a melee attack. How do we feel about spells doing non-lethal damage?
I think it would depend on the damage type. would be my-
That gets
I
real
think force-
finicky. I would just say yes
I'm
or
gonna vote
no.
against it.
For a aimed attack, I would say taking a negative on the hit would allow you to aim at something non-vital. Maybe.
Well, there's saves and stuff, so.
Yeah, if
I'm
it's not,
voting
if it's a save thing, then they're dead.
I
We can
mean,
just hit him with my
it's
sword. We can go
it's a
around
table
something.
rule that we can decide right now. Do you guys want spells to be able to be non-lethal? It sounds like no, but all right.
Sadly, I don't think it's
We're gonna say
possible
we're gonna
unless
say melee.
specified.
We're gonna say melee will be your non-lethal only. So you'll have to
Okay.
swap him on the head with like sap
Oh,
him,
that's
knock
good.
him out.
Okay. I'll try it. I just don't have proficiency with this sword. I'm still finishing the training on it, and I haven't gotten downtime.
Right.
So, how does this work then?
You just don't gain proficiency bonus. You still attack.
Okay. All right.
You can still use it. You're just not proficient with it.
She'll take out her sword and try and stab this thing. I would love not to kill it, but
A
does that even hit?
15. If Mari was one step up, it would, but he's at a 17 with flanking.
That's okay. Now we trigger the extra thing that I have spent a bunch of time setting up. I'm going to use bonus action to, again, quicken a blindness deafness on him. And the idea is for blinded.
Go for it.
So, I believe it's a con save it's going to ask for.
4 on the dice. He fails.
Alright, then he is blinded.
Okay.
She does continue to stand right in front of it and yell at it. She still wants him to swing at her. But now he's going to have a little harder time.
He goes blind. Very cool. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Very nice. Ellie, you're up.
Oh, what was that you said about getting surrounded?
He is surrounded. -4.
And then it's blinded, so I also have advantage now, correct, Mundo?
You have advantage from unseen attacker, Ellie. Also, I think
Alrighty.
the stance falls off at the start of your turn, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I should have rolled that with advantage. My bad, my bad.
It's all right. Throw a d20 on there. It will at least hit. Or just click the attack
roll
button
again?
again. Yeah.
It's not a crit.
Hey.
It's not a crit, but it will hit.
Story of my life.
Ellie,
Mhm.
how do you want to do this?
Very quick and painless, just in between the eyes.
He thrashes around, quickly turning, going to run back into his cave to retreat at this point with how badly wounded he is. And you stop, cut him off as everybody's surrounding. Velsilor, I don't know how to say your weapon's name, stabs forward. Veleslor, you say it, I don't know.
Velaclor.
Velaclor, there you go. Stabs forward right into the owlbear's head, breaking through the skull, shattering the brain.
And Ellie draws the
Collapses.
blade and does the thing where you swing it and the blood comes off the blade as she stows it and lets out a prayer.
And
May
with
you find
that,
peace.
Wait, did you kill it?
the owlbear.
Oh, we had discussed not killing it.
Oh,
Well,
Whoops.
it was an option. It was an option
Yeah,
on
it
the
was-
table.
It was
we
a melee
discussed it as an
attack.
option.
Do you want to knock him
Okay.
out, or did you want to kill him, Ellie?
Ellie wanted to kill.
Yeah,
'cause
it's dead.
She
Yeah.
perceives it as a threat to the thing.
I
And
thought so.
It
That's
didn't
why
fully get discussed, so.
I described it being dead, but it could have been your call.
Nope. I said it was an option that we can do. If someone decides as their character to do non-lethal at this final attack, they do so. If
Yeah.
someone decides to, decides to kill it, they decide to kill it. I'm not gonna be upset about it.
And
Would have been
the
cool. Hell yeah. But
owlbear is put down. Congratulations. I'll get some XP figured out for that, but not bad.
Riz gonna walk around and punch Ellie on the shoulder and be like, "What are you doing? I told
What
you
do
to
you
stay
mean?
back.
I'm fine.
You don't look fun."
Actively
Just-
bleeding.
Yeah,
I've been hurt worse.
I know. That's not the point. The point is that I'm trying to help you.
I appreciate the help. I truly
And-
do.
It's funny for me to say that we shouldn't be as reckless as we are, but I still must. Please let me help you.
Oh, I truly appreciate you traded your help in getting me out, but I'm quite all right.
Speaking of help, would some bandages help?
Whoops.
I,
Could probably
and
just
I-
throw out a quick spell to heal myself, and I will.
As always,
healing word.
I have various potions.
I have some potions too. But I think a quick little spell will suffice. We're about to go to bed anyways. I may as well use up my spell slots. Yes.
Here, let me help.
There's a brief. I'm guessing you're using lay on hands, right?
Yeah,
No.
cure
Cure
wounds.
wounds.
Oh, okay. Lay on hands is also a thing you can do, Mr. Paladin. Wink.
Click the healing buttons and
There's a brief recoil as the hand goes for her, but she lets the healing go through.
You hear him
Thank
muttering a prayer of his own while he's doing it.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
So, Mr. Paladin, how often do you visit your family?
I haven't seen them in many years.
It's kind of a random question.
Well, they were talking about his family name.
Ah.
You don't see many drow away from their family.
Well, I did hear that my brother was somewhere around, but I've yet to see him personally.
Nick, if I can, I'd like her to carve the owlbear for parts
Mm.
and ingredients. I would like to help her as she does it,
I
because I
very
think
much,
her survival is better.
I very much don't want to be around for that. Soraya's gonna walk away.
Short survival check here. There's feathers, claws, and the liver.
Yep.
She's gonna probably go start the fire.
Go ahead. Go on her and survival check. Do.
And do all start to set up camp here. She crit succeeded on the survival, so you guys fully succeed on setting up camp. A
Spice is
20
kind
Do we want to set it
smelly.
up here? It's a little corpsey, yeah.
Yeah.
advantage. Nice.
The corpses add character.
At least it's safe.
I
Most
suppose
things
that's
I'd be aware that he'd been about, so.
Well, let's clear it out a little bit, and she'll start dragging out the bodies.
Sandin will also assist in this and start making little graves.
I'm gonna cast a light rock and put it in the area for the others.
That fucking light rock.
The teleportation rock.
It's her favorite little rock. Don't you
This
throw
rock
it?
will last the whole campaign.
Yes, it will.
I will cast it to hell one of these days. So help me.
And you
Hey,
will get
maybe we'll
slapped
fix-
across the face as she goes and chases the rock. So
Maybe we'll cure your issue with light first.
Ellie would know that this is a rock from her homeland. It's not like most other stone in the area.
No,
So,
Ellie actually
she actually
respects
does care
that.
about this rock.
Ellie respects that. Trey wants to throw it into hell.
Mhm.
I respect your rock, good sir. It is a
I will
shiny
assist
rock.
with the graves that
Yeah,
waxes.
let me add these items to Mari's sheet as you guys start to set up camp. We're actually gonna do the camping activities.
Oh boy,
Ooh.
story time.
Oh boy.
We have never done this before.
Yes, we
We
have.
did
Oh, we
last.
have.
I think we
You-
did
You
once.
weren't here, though.
I think we did once. So what we're gonna
I've
do
never
is
done
go
this
ahead and go
before.
through it here. Starting off, we already did the survival check, as I mentioned. We were kind of mixing the two. And she crit succeeded on the survival for setting up camp here, so that's a crit success. You spend 2 hours searching the hex for a safe and secure location to make camp. For those of you that are new or unfamiliar with this, it's in Discord. There is a channel that goes over this camping activities. But that is her 2 hours. She did a survival check. She succeeded against the zone DC with a crit success, +2 to the encounter DC. So normally it's a random encounter at 14. We got a +2 at the setup. And now we each have a camping activity that we can do. Total of 6. I allow each of you to do one. So we will have 6 camping activities that can be done. You can abstain. However, there's ones like relax and stuff that are just no big deal. Starting off here, if you guys take a look at the activities, prepare campsite is done. So we can camouflage for a stealth check. You can cook a meal, and then there's a whole list of cooking recipes in the channel below it. You can do cooking a special meal, which is the recipes, and there's basic meals in there too. And then there's discovering new meals, learning from a companion. In this case, you guys don't really have anybody to learn from, honestly. So nobody with you
SRA
right now.
doesn't have anything to teach.
I could.
I mean, I don't have any of the proficiencies needed.
Actually, can I learn from Ellie?
I thought I actually
Can
did
I-
say that she had one, didn't I? Let me.
Yeah, she made the purple tongue soup.
Oh, she made food, but I don't know if I did. I give her an activity. I'm not sure if I did.
Oh.
But I'll figure that out for next time. We'll say no for right now. We'll give her a companion activity.
Would it be
Go ahead.
Would it be possible for me to use the learn from companion thing to learn more swordplay from Ellie?
No, so this is actually specifically for, this is not like a downtime activity. This is specifically to learn a camping activity. And companions have new ones that you guys don't have on this list.
Okay.
And so that would be to learn the new activity, so you don't need the companion with you. Organized watch is a perception to just set up a watch. Otherwise, you guys do not have a watch set up. Provide aid is you can help somebody. Relax, you spend 2 hours just chilling. You gain a +1 to any other checks made that session, such as like if a combat breaks out and you have to make a check or anything, you're relaxed. And then tell a campfire story. And that camping, telling a story, and cooking make noise or make smells. That can increase the DC. Some of the other ones can reduce it. You can check. This goes off the Pathfinder 4 degrees of success or failure: crit, success, failure, and crit failure. And so those are your options there. Hunting gather is also an option to get more food supplies for cooking.
I think I know what I want Ellie to do, as long as no one minds.
Go ahead.
Well, let's go one by one. We'll start with Ellie.
Oh, all right. I would like to cook some jeweled rice.
You would like to cook some jeweled rice. Let's see what jeweled rice gives us here. Bump. That is a DC 10 with cook's utensils. You have cook's utensils, yes?
Correctamundo.
All right, so DC 10 cooking check to cook this rice, and it's just basic ingredient, just one.
So I have a question. I have the Heward's Handy Spice Pack. Does that give any bonuses to the check, like maybe a +1 or +2? Or no?
Oh, let me read that item. I'm not super familiar, but I know you have it. It just adds spices, huh? There's 10 charges. You can use action to expend a charge, non-magical food seasoning. Remove a pinch of desired seasoning from the pouch. Yeah, I'll give you a +2.
All right, cool beans. And then I can just roll cook's utensils from my character sheet, correct?
Yep.
Or okay, where would that
Should
be? Under?
be
Right
able
here.
to if they're in your tools.
And then situational bonus 2.
Yeah. All you need
That's
is
a
a
natural
10
20.
to cook it. A nat 20. That's a crit success. And on food, there is benefits to crit succeeding, which all you would have needed would have been a 20, but a 28 is beautiful. Twice within the next 24 hours, the eater can move 10 feet during someone else's turn in combat.
Interesting.
And to briefly describe how she prepares this, it's a herb medley style of jeweled rice. So she fries the rice in some fat and then adds mint, parsley, and what's the third one? Cilantro to it.
Very, very cool. And yeah, it's everybody feels just like a little energized. So during any combats for the next 24 hours, which means till next camping activities, you guys can move twice during combat on other people's turns. Only once it's used up, 2 charges. Once it's used up, it's done. So it's not like each combat has 2 charges, it's just 2 charges. But very cool. And that is Ellie's turn. Now that does increase the DC by 1. And so we're going to go -1 for cooking. And then we're going to go down to the next person here. And that will be Aram. Aram, what would you do?
I will provide aid.
Who do you help? Do you want to wait until see if somebody needs help?
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
All right, Aram offers to provide aid. We'll come back to you if nobody ends up wanting it or anything, but you're available. And if not, then we'll come back and see what you do.
Okay.
And let's go to, because you don't know what they're doing yet. Let's go to Mari. Mari, what would you do?
Now, my 2 things I want to ask the crewmate, our teammates here. I can add a DC, I can stealth ourself, or I can do organize a watch. Whatever you guys prefer to do. I don't mind either way.
Well, I was gonna organize the watch, but if you're better at it
Okay.
than I am, then by all means. But
I mean, anything helps in the sense. So if you're going to organize watch, it would help me understand what we're doing. So I go ahead and add the stealth check then to our camouflage camp then. Doop, doop.
That's a crit success.
Yep.
Let's take a look. Sorry, I'm eating a slice of pizza.
What?
Yum.
Camouflage, crit success. You spend an hour trying to conceal the camp from potential threats by covering tents and branches, hushing others' noises, and dimming the campfire smoke and light, and so on. Attempt a stealth check against the zone's DC. You can only attempt this once per camping session. That's a crit success for a +2 to the first random encounter. Instead, there's no random encounter.
Well, now you got to tell us what the toppings are.
Hawaiian?
Sardines and olives? What are we rocking
Avoid
here?
first encounter, pretty solid.
Hawaiian is a sin. Sardines and olives.
Hawaiian is a holy Bible. If you ever actually have a good one.
And next,
There's no such thing as a good one. So
I would like to point
ladies,
out
you're
that
both pretty, but I don't agree with either of you.
I would like to point out Hawaiian pizza is a Canadian invention.
Yes, it is. I know.
Rhea, you're up.
I'm sorry.
So, I had wanted to organize watch, and I suppose she'll accept Aram's help in this regard.
Yeah, so then let's first roll Aram here. Let's just double check camping activities provide aid. You take 2 hours to aid another ally. Check determined on the type, and if you succeed, they will get a +2. So go ahead and roll me a perception with them. Aram, you first. You need a You need a DC 14 for +2 to their bonus.
Oh, that was close.
All right.
Ooh.
That
was real close to a 2.
That is a +2 to your bonus here, Rhea. So you spend a few hours here searching around camp. You can roll a perception check, and you'll have a +2
And I do have the +2
status bonus.
I'm gonna try to put it in here, and we'll see if this works.
Yep. It did. A 15. That is a success with his help. It's just enough, which is amazing. Your help was actually useful. You spend 2 hours to take lead and organize the camp's rotation, optimizing shifts, and scouting the area to determine which approach the camp might have from enemies. And that is just a success. So a +1 during watches for your perceptions, and a +1 to the zone DC.
Cool. Speaking of, do we gain any benefit at all from the fact that the camp is isolated on 3 sides and therefore hard to find?
No.
Yeah, it means we can't run away if we get ambushed.
No, the benefit that you got was it was a crit success on the setup for a +2. So,
I was gonna say you guys would probably notice there's a fireball scar in the floor.
I mean, they saw the fireball.
It's like, yeah, but I'm like, while they're in there,
There's
they can see
soot
the
everywhere.
Yeah.
There's soot everywhere, Rhea. We
Spent 3 minutes
understand.
sleeping.
Um,
3
She's
whole
already-
minutes.
She's pleased with herself because of how
Sanine,
much soot there is.
you're up next. What would your camping activity be?
Oh, I can use my new spell.
Deneen?
He's not muted.
I understand.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Well,
It's always fun to hear a story from the new guy. You could hunt and gather. You could relax.
Don't you need a proficiency to do some of these things?
Yeah, depending.
well, since you all seem so interested in my family roots, I suppose there'd be no harm in telling a story.
And I think I've mentioned it before, but I do ignore the proficiency. It's just that you're not good at it, right?
Okay.
That is a Pathfinder rule that you need the proficiency, but anybody can do it. You just don't have your proficiency bonus.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you get a lot more skill points in Pathfinder.
Yeah, Sanine, you're up.
Performance check. If you would please.
You want to tell a campfire story?
Yeah, I'll tell a campfire story.
All right, you spend 2 hours telling a rousing story, perhaps one of previous adventures or something that was in turn told to you around a campfire. You may get a bonus on your check if you tell a good story that is relevant to the adventure or your backstory. So I'm going to first ask for the story.
Well, well, the last time I'd ever seen my family, me and a group in my mercenary group were going down to the depths of the abyss. My mother was trying to have a daughter for many years before me. And after me. If my memory serves correctly, she had made a deal with Loth, of which I had once served. During one of our battles, I had been critically injured, and he points at his face with the burn marks and the indents. I was hit away like nothing but trash, and left to die. Eventually, however, a paladin of Tyr had come down and found me. He had protected me and helped me, eventually leading me up to the surface. Unfortunately, however, right before we could part ways, one of the demons had managed to follow us, struck him down. He looks over at his sword. And now, I travel this Faerun, trying to help whoever I can.
I'm sorry to
gee.
hear you were hurt.
And indeed, I will throw you a additional +2 on that, but roll me a performance check.
Ooh,
Hey, that's a
what a go.
24 for a critical success. You inspire your allies dramatically. For the next 24 hours, your allies that heard the story gain a +2 to attacks, saves, and checks. That's a pretty big bonus.
Mario, even though he rolled low on insight, heard this story before, but in an opposite direction from another story he heard around the campfire. But to not bring it up for a reason or another, Mari will just sit there and just put two pieces together and realize, oh, in his head, and not looking at Ellie for that reason.
Yeah, I rolled a deception check. If anyone has a high enough passive insight or rolled against it, you notice she got flustered and walked away in the middle of the story.
Would we even
Technically,
be
my
at passive
insight
at
is
that
the
point?
same as your deception, but I rolled it in the sense that I understand what's coming from. What you did and get flustered, I did not see.
It's funny, however. I was able to learn her name before. Chile. My brain. Chile. That's right. A
That's
friend over there
the
looked quite familiar.
that is the name of the daughter, you mean? Of your mother, if I'm not mistaken.
Unless she changed her name.
Wait,
What would
your mother has a daughter?
Yes. I was able to see her out, I don't remember quite where.
What? Could I ask what she looked like?
Oh, as I said, you two, share a decent enough resemblance.
Including this, and she waves her uh, left arm, which is stopped in the middle of the bicep.
Hmm. Well, last I saw her, she didn't. She did have both of her arms.
When was the last time you saw her? I'm assuming you elves, or drow, to be more exact, do live a long life.
That we do.
It's been quite a few years, and I could only really describe it as a sighting more than a proper introduction.
Well, um, well, it's nice to meet you. It was a very interesting story you got there. Would love to learn more around the campfire whenever you are free, of course.
Of course.
I do like to learn quite a bit of the Underdark if possible too. Nice to learn new direction or new environment.
Well, I can certainly tell you what I can.
Thank you.
It'll be interesting having two different elves besides myself. Yeah.
3 to be exact.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Unless you
The
call
NPC is a
Baldric an
person
elf.
too, or they aren't a person. But
It's
I am a
interesting
person
how
too. And she sits into her bedroll and sets up camp. Also, all of your tongues are no longer purple as that fades.
Oh,
God
Mine's
damn
still
it!
purple. So is mine's probably.
Oh wait, you do all still have campfire inspiration though. I'm gonna apply that to everybody
Yeah.
because you all just got it from your friend.
Yeah.
it's
Thanks,
interesting
friend.
how
is
similar
this
we
the
tend
better
to be.
one? Oh, sorry.
Ray is talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
We're so different. It's so similar. It's funny.
Many people do come from many different backgrounds, to be honest. I don't even see my home in the sense of where Tabaskis are mainly lived. I
I was
only
under,
know Waterdeep.
I was under the impression that you guys were referred to as tabaxis. Am I incorrect?
Same difference, different dialects.
Hmm.
First, we were called something else. We were never. I think we were called jungle humans or some sort. I had little time in the library to look up in Loudwater. In Waterdeep, they don't really have books about it. My kind.
I've mostly heard you referred to as catfolk, but I don't imagine that's particularly a compliment.
Could be. I
Usually,
don't mind it. And it is featured, in a sense. There was tiger folk, jaguar, etc. Cat-like in most.
I just hear them all from bars where I'm playing, so was worried it was some kind of slur or something.
Well, maybe to the wrong cat. Marty chuckles.
I mean, hell, they call me one who can't make up her mind. All the different colors, all the different changes and things. Particularly mean to Drow. Never did like.
I wouldn't use that phrase. I would say more expressive or emotionally changing at times. I do not know too much about Elvenkind. The only type is that when I was with Ellie at times when I met her in Waterdeep, whenever I saw her. But Drow was probably the quote unquote only Elvenkind that I met. I've seen people around that were Elven, but not much talk.
I think I explained it badly. I mostly was meaning that in the taverns and inns where I tend to play, folk aren't always the nicest.
Why? No, why
I
so?
usually
Of
rat on
course. Yes,
You
you
guys,
drink them empty.
you guys are all aware enough that you noticed that Ellie had left as you're all chatting.
Um,
I'm go find her.
yeah. I was gonna ask you who you put first in watch. If you put me, I would look around to see if I could find her.
I'd
But
actually put
You
myself
guys aren't
first.
quite on watch just yet. This would be like right before you're like,
oh,
right before you're all, you just finished eating. You just chatted. You're about to go like all to bed and get to watch. This would be right before about 8 o'clock when we're about to close out.
My thinking was that I don't have to sleep as much, and that helps. Anyway, if I'll be back in a little bit, I assume. I'll go find her. See if
shall
she's
we go in pairs for right now?
sure.
I come with then.
Adam, much as I hate to say it, you're in charge.
Fantastic. I'll be around all night.
So we'll go out and start looking for Ellie.
Yeah, I mean, she's not hard to find pacing on the outside. Ellie, do you want to give a description where you're at, what you're doing?
She's kind of under this tree, pacing back and forth, kind of biting on the knuckle of her index finger, deep in thought. You kind of catch her as she's like stopped at this tree, is kind of collecting herself, just like thinking, seemingly.
I would like to do one little thing because Mari's a little goofball at times.
Go for it.
Do, 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 do. Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's see what. That's fair.
Do climb the tree and hang from the branch and say, "What's wrong?"
And she smacks you.
Yeah. she'll probably see Rhea approaching first, and then Mari like swings down from the tree behind her and says, "What's up, friend?" And
I don't think a 14 hits.
No, it does not.
Immediately punches the shit out of Mary.
If anything, you fainted and I dropped out of surprise.
forget, does Mari know Elvish?
She
Yes.
didn't faint. It was hands.
I understand, but it was a miss.
Then
I do.
Rhea uses
Ellie
a very
taught me when I was younger.
Aha, fair enough. Rhea uses a very old phrase. She uses a "What troubles you, sister?" phrase, and she says it specifically in Elvish to try to approach Ellie in a less jarring way.
Well, I mean, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to. That's not a thing.
What is fantasy rockets?
You know,
Uh,
I'm sure that there's
magic missile.
plenty of actual scientists too. They just aren't as advanced.
It doesn't take a spelljammer to realize.
Oh no.
Spelljammer maker to realize.
What's this magic fuel you're talking
It doesn't
about?
take an arcane to know.
Yeah. That his story and mine align very deeply.
I notice.
Sure.
I
Why
am
does it bother you so?
well, it's not necessarily him, but I have a sister, and Prainell did
Oh,
so many things, evil
Was-
things, just to have me. It boggles the mind what
was
she did just so she could have my apparent sister.
was he not talking about you?
Doesn't
The
seem like
story
it.
from
She said 2 arms.
So you think
I've-
he's your brother
but-
then?
Oh,
Weren't-
almost assuredly.
But weren't you born with 2 arms? I understand that you had difficulty, but I thought you lost your other
No,
one.
I was born like this. It was taken from me in the womb. To clarify.
Stolen.
By law.
One of Loth's gifts, as it were.
She jeers. Gifts indeed.
No, she was being bitingly sarcastic though.
No, she
she's
knows.
on your side.
Happy
She knows you're on your
birthday!
side.
Okay.
Ellie takes her hand up and rubs the bridge of her nose. It's nothing major. It just, with everything else going on, it kind of all hit me at once.
Is it something you wish to hide?
I don't know. Based on his story, it seems he has no affiliation. He's a paladin of Tyr, apparently. That's trustworthy of own sorts, but part of me can't help but think about how he was a part of that evil. That tragedy. Great, great tragedy that caused my birth. I don't know what to feel about it.
How can you blame someone for what they're born into? How can you blame someone for not knowing better?
No. I mean, I understand that I'm being foolish. I'm fully aware. There's a part of me that can't help myself. The evils my family has committed, they seem so astronomical. And I'm sure he's a fantastic man now, but I don't know.
I can't quite put it into words, Ellie.
Neither can
But
I. That's rare for me. And she lets out a fake laugh.
But it is, of course, as you see, the man has assuming to change. Assuming he's part of the order that we are looking for to help your kind to not be part of that anymore. He seems like someone that understands what was bad about being a drow in the Underdark and decides to change his life, his course of what it was before for God who knows hundreds of years ago. I am more mortal in the sense my life will end
It's
long
95
before you
years, by the
two.
way.
Yes. Yeah. My life will end shorter than you guys will. You guys will live on throughout life, and I will leave this world one day. But having a long life also gives you time to redeem yourself. And my life, if so that happens, I must change course if as soon as possible. But it takes time to people to really think about it before they change.
Look, I'm
Yes.
not saying I don't
That's
trust him. I'm not saying we should remove him from the group or anything like that. I'm just being honest with my feelings that it'll take some time for me to process his presence. And I don't
Quite,
want
I
any of
am.
you to act towards him differently because of that. I. She
Ellie.
chokes on her words for a second. I just need a bit of time.
Ellie.
I
I could say
quite
one thing.
understand that.
I do
Go
actually
ahead.
know the letter H, I just don't use it much. And just to be clear. But anyway. Uh the your family is not the only one who has done some awful things. As Dehorn has stayed where it is through the many different means. We have destroyed entire other houses. We've pushed them down. We've backstabbed various friends and family. It's not.
You,
It's not ever pretty.
you
This
weren't there
world.
for my story yesterday, were you?
Not all of it, but I remember some of it.
Then, just as a reminder, and I'm not trying to outpace myself, but I want you to know my birth exists through a horrent ritual. 888 innocent lives sacrificed to Lolth, and a full blown war in the abyss. For me.
And how is that your fault? How is that what you chose? How do you blame
She
yourself for things that are beyond your control?
she reels her head back, kind of just like, I don't know. And I know it's foolish. I've known it's foolish for the past 60 years that I've known how my birth was made. I've known, but it just can't help it. So many innocents. So I could be born. There's tears welling at the corner of her eyes. I know. It's not my fault. I can't help blaming myself.
Rhea just comes and hugs you. She doesn't ask.
I think
She's just there all of a sudden.
with that, we will move over to the camp.
Mario
Where
will also hug.
SRA
Squished hug.
SRA will look over to well, I guess Ellie, do you accept the hugs?
No, wait. She accepts the hugs.
All right.
She'll
I'm from
she'll
behind. It's a sneak attack hug.
It's a sneak attack hug. Apply damage.
roll sneak attack.
Yep.
She'll clean herself off. She'll use prestidigitation to clear off the tear marks.
I want to give the people at the camp a few moments as well as SRA looks over to Aram and Sanine. She just says, "So, yeah. How about that weather?"
Jesus Christ.
She looks at you too.
Can I tell if she has done the math as well?
You know what? Let's do an insight. I was assuming she has, but I'm just gonna do an insight here at 15.
That's a good one.
It's good enough. Yeah, she seems to have put things together, and she's like looking at Sanine like, I don't want to bring it up.
So, out of character, is it okay if I just drop it?
Ellie's not here. If you do it, that's on you. But
I if you're not gonna hate me for it, I'm doing it.
Hey man,
You
whatever
never
you
know.
do, me as a person will never hate you for it, but Ellie probably might be a little upset. And you know Ellie well enough to figure that you probably want to talk to her about it first. If you don't want to upset her. Obviously, if Aram does it anyways, that's Aram's prerogative.
I mean, yeah, Aram,
I
you
won't
see,
mind as a
her
player.
walk out upset. You kind of put two and two together. It's up to you. You see Sanine. What do you say? What do you do?
Excellent story. I might have to ponder this one. There's a lot I want to say, but what are the plans for tomorrow, I think?
I think we're gonna check out Oral Bar and, well, plan an attack for Lork. If we can set up an Oral Bar, that'd be nice.
Do you think they have enough troops to lend us any?
Oh, Oral Bar got destroyed.
Oh,
Most of
well, we
Loudwater's
might.
troops, some of our people even, are from there originally.
Well, forgive me for that.
No, you're
Not from
fine.
around these parts. Um,
A lot of people rumor that Loudwater will be next. If it weren't for all of you, I think the Giants would have. Well,
so what are the chances we stumble into another giant camp tomorrow?
Hi.
Fantastic. I'll think about that all night.
We'll be quiet, I'm sure. Sanine, have you ever fought giants?
Well, I can't say I've ever fought a giant, no.
What's the worst thing you've fought in the Underdark?
Oh. I, as a person, am blanking on what this is, but it was essentially a Balrog type creature. Well,
Baelor is the term you're looking for. And that wasn't in the Underdark. That was in the Abyss.
Well,
what was it?
the Abyss pushed into the Underdark. It happens, but I mean, it's
That's
perfectly
also true.
fine. A Baelor, yeah.
That's quite the feat.
Where do you think I got this from? He just points at his face as a whole.
And I will share
Got
this.
me good.
Well, given your status, it could be from anywhere.
You really fought demons?
Yes. Unfortunately.
That is impressive. The whole group here, we recently fought off an attack of giants. We lost one of our members, and we're out here looking for him.
Yes, many people did die on my expedition. It was a tricky situation. We were ambushed, and, well, there's not much you can really do when most of your company gets slaughtered all in one go.
It's amazing you survived.
It truly is. Me trying to think of a name. The Paladin did. If it wasn't for him, I certainly would be dead right now.
Well, I'm glad to have somebody strong enough to fight a Baelor on our side. Perhaps you'll be a boon to us. Not
Well,
too many people around here follow Tyr, but it's nice to have you.
it is good to be amongst company again. He looks around now, realizing just how empty it's gotten in here.
Yeah, I think the other three are probably making their way back in by now, yeah? Or no?
Yeah, they
Yep.
said they were.
Actually, no. Rhea and Ellie take a moment,
Go for it.
but That's probably going to get handled in a
RP chat or
away
something.
from table
All right,
capacity
all right.
because it's going
Well,
to
you
take a
guys,
long
you
time.
guys spend a moment, but eventually the whole party kind of does gather back in, and we move on to the night. Now, I already rolled our random encounters. We didn't get any, so I'm not going to convolute any longer time with that. And what I just want before we end the night or anything is to definitely know where we're going and all that. So we'll say no random encounters happen. We spend the night there relaxing, and then we can start preparing for the next day, unless there's anything somebody needs to cover or wants to cover.
Can I cover something?
Yeah, yeah.
The name's pronounced Chaley, by the way.
Who is?
Shaylee.
It's all good.
He probably would have pronounced it right. Or just forgot.
Is that what
Who
you had to
knows?
cover?
Yeah, I was up.
I see, I see, I see. Okay. Well, that's not really covering anything, but you're good then. So we're good to move
Backstory.
on to the next day. It's a
It
correction.
must have been said.
It's a
It had to
correction,
have
but it's
been.
not. I mean, I meant like, does anybody want to do anything like event-wise, or talking or doing anything? But we're good. So we all wake up the next morning, which is always a good event when you wake up, right?
We did
Hell
have
yeah.
watches overnight. I do
Preferable.
want to say that we did have watches overnight.
We did have watches, and I rolled random encounters. Nothing happened.
We had watches, they were synchronized.
Do we still get the bonus from eating Ellie's soup or stew?
That's for 24 hours.
I think it's 24 hours. Yeah.
You just didn't have that on our characters. That's why.
Talks about how I can't trust his character. Immediately leaves.
I think they've been having Discord issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to get them a keyboard.
They have a
okay.
PC. It's just messed up right now.
Yeah, just an issue.
Anyway, I can help.
Were you supposed to send me a message about that anywho?
Well, before we get to helping with the PC, let's talk about how we want to end the night. Welcome back, Wax. Where are we heading? What are we doing? I take it's Oral Bar. That was my assumption. But what's the plan here? We can scout and we can move.
I kind of want to go to Oral Bar, but I want to scout Dragdrock Tower.
Not from where we are.
So you could...
Well, we can move and then scout,
exactly.
correct?
It's a half a day. You could move and then scout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's do that then. Let's move to Oral Bar. And what we'll do for now, because it's not complete, is just do half clear. And we'll do a scout on Dragdrock Tower. Roll me, whoever is doing the scouting, a perception. Your allies give you advantage.
I nominate our favorite Catman.
Well, what's the weather today? Maybe Ellie can give it a crack as long as it's not sunny. We can get some variety in this.
Fair enough. Above a 14 and it's cloudy. That's a 20. It's storming. I have to roll a D100.
Fuck.
Oh no. I shouldn't have said anything.
32. Let's just see.
Activity.
It might be okay. It might be okay. Let's
A
just see.
heavy fog of snow heads in as the cloud giant city just engulfs above you.
Okay. So
Roll
strange
initiative.
phenomena.
Mari doesn't like to get wet. No.
I really wanted a 6. All right.
Tsunami it is.
Heavy white clouds of swirling smoke fill the sky this morning.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
That's
What do you want, Ellie?
It rains ash that coats everything with little flecks. The smell of burning wood and sulfur permeates the air.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's not good.
Well, Ray, you were talking about how much you were enjoying the set last night, so there
However,
you
Yeah.
it is dark. You have advantage.
Roll away.
See, I was enjoying it because I made it. I didn't make this.
go.
You sure?
I think.
I think.
I controlled the weather before.
I didn't mean to click that. I meant to type this. Weather phenomena.
I need a long rest.
Ashfall.
Heal my boo-boos.
Just so I don't forget.
Yeah, I need to do the long rest too.
Yeah, everybody long rest.
There we go. All right, now perception.
Perception check on Dragdrock Tower, and then we'll talk about what's in Oral Bar. An
You guys still have
11
your inspiration?
is a failure. Do you want to inspire? No, you have advantage. You have advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh yeah, I have advantage. There we go.
Let's do that first. Ooh, 14. God, I wish the lines were still there. I want to say Dragdrock Tower was in. Let me just double check. I'll check by moving this. Yeah, B5. Okay, that's in the Grey Vale, DC 14.
Oh, so I succeed.
You succeed.
I would like to say, it says I use my inspiration, but I genuinely don't remember using it for anything. I don't think I have.
You might just not have marked it off or something. If you haven't, you haven't.
Mine got turned off when the sheet was re-imported.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Might have just turned off.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and roll one more time. Why not?
Well, you succeeded, but if you want to crit succeed, there's a 24 DC.
May as well, right? What could go wrong?
Yeah, sure.
Nat 1.
That's a crit
Nice.
success.
Don't you ever doubt my shit again.
I didn't doubt.
Wait,
All
wasn't that
right,
one supposed to be an advantage too?
No,
No, it's fine.
That's only a D20. So when you do your inspiration, it does not gain advantage or anything. It's just a new D20. That
Listen, man,
replaces
there's so many
the old
times. There's so many times we get to roll.
one. Yes.
Every dice matters.
What you see, and I'll describe this scene for you. In the distance, a lake forms, and it does not look natural. It seems to be almost letting off kind of a steam, a mist, where you realize it's an ice lake. It is letting off a cold reaction to the hot air above it. And a mist and a fog is kind of forming above it, but it is a sheet of thick, magical ice, glowing, sparkling almost. The ground in the area is dead. The grass dead.
Anyone who enters dead.
And
Just kidding.
below the thick ice, something is actually visible. A tower.
Right.
A tower that looks like 4 or 5 stories tall. Looks like it's made of the same ice, the same strange material. Magical. But that's what you see.
Say, Aram, how do you for you picking you for no reason in particular, Canadian? How do you feel about ice skating?
Wait,
I'd
Wait,
rather
hang on.
stay on the ground, but it can be fun.
isn't this the tower that Lady Moonfire wanted us to go and point out?
Yeah, one of the 3 places she wanted us to check out.
Why don't we?
Oh no,
why
it's
don't we
this
go and
place
get
right
her?
there.
We could just explore it and get her later.
We're a little busy at the current juncture. I believe that would be. We could certainly do that later, but my recommendation is we save that for a different time.
Alright, because if we could do it later, like if we do it now and later, we have to walk back twice.
I'll see you guys kind of like go like right here, get like a vantage point on the mountainside where you see down to that, and then you can start coming down towards Oral Bar. And what you'll see in Oral Bar is that the town has been decimated, the buildings picked apart. There is what looks like a structure that is suitable enough for a town hall, which I will add here.
Barracks.
Text. It says barracks, but I'm just copy pasting, but it's a town hall as well, and it also has houses. Other than that, most of the buildings are destroyed.
And Loudwater has town hall housing barracks as well, right?
Loudwater
Walls and-
has. I'll show you guys your Loudwater. Oh wait, do I not have the updated Loudwater?
Not on
I don't.
Loudwater, but you have it in Lork.
Did I
Well, you
write
can just
it?
look at
I think I
Loudwater.
wrote it. I think I wrote it on there. Yeah, I did.
So we have
Temple, town hall, barracks, tavern, marketplace, walls, stable, docks. Loudwater's much more set up. These towns are destroyed that you're going to. Loudwater's not destroyed.
Yes.
Loudwater's half
Oh,
destroyed.
not entirely.
It's half destroyed. But I'm going to update that map with a new one. The other groups have a different Loudwater map for this phase. Yes. and that's what you guys see. And did we did not do a perception or anything. Let's do a group stealth check for Oral Bar, and I will add a +10 because you guys already know there's giants here. I'll add a +10, and I just want to see how close we can get.
Or do we? Or do we just go and fight in Oral Bar? Try and clear out the giants there.
Either
Oh,
way,
there's
well,
gonna be
no,
too many.
either way, we're gonna throw a stealth check just to get up
Yeah.
close and get a view. That's all.
Oh, okay.
This is not. Hang
Yeah,
on. I'll ignore the nat 1. Just click on the button in the chat. Also, Sanine, you got to stop rolling nat 1s, buddy.
Yeah, that'd probably be nice.
He knows his fate.
Double 2s there, though. We got some low rolls.
That's
14.
not good.
Still pass without a trace is a 24.
Yeah.
Plenty for hill giants.
Yeah.
You spot 3 houses that are housing hill giants. There is a total of 9 hill giants in Oral Bar, and you guys
we-
have kind of
Ah.
scouted it.
So how
Oh.
the hell did I beat Murray on a stealth check?
And it's 3 different
Well-
fights. Like, you think you could do them without occurring, like, the next one chaining in. And it's
I don't know
total of
what you
9.
rolled, but
If we take out the giants in Olabar, then that's no reinforce. That means there's no reinforcements for the
Lork?
giants in Lork. I think we make a move on this. I was expecting a lot more, to be honest.
you said 9?
Yep.
But they're in separate groups, so as long as we're careful
Right,
about it.
but how many were in Lork has like 12 or 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the group
We
difference.
could-
2, 4, 3.
Ooh, we could even
I'm
We could-
honest.
kill these
If we could
giants.
If we could pick off the pair, we might have a chance of, even if things go south, getting rid of the 5.
Lork, you can also try to pick off, or you can set something up, but technically it is so large it has an army tag.
Yeah.
We
I do
Yeah.
believe we should wait
Ooh.
until the Waterdeep infantry gets here.
But Orobar
and we
you can
can
fight. So that's up to you guys.
Could I
So we
make
can-
a suggestion, please?
No.
Did I ask, Aaron? No, it's all right. I did ask, actually. So, anywho, if we deal with these giants in Orabar, I could probably write a note in Giant, have it be sent to Lork, and we could possibly lure out more giants to even further weaken their defenses. Say,
And who's going to deliver it?
me with my fast horse.
well, we just
I can
attach it
also
to a
just go
rock.
invisible.
We just attach it to a rock and throw it towards them. That seems like how giant mail delivery service would work, yes?
And who's
I mean,
going?
you're laughing, but am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but I can't throw a rock that big.
No, it doesn't have to be a boulder.
I could sneak in there.
Yeah,
This
but
is
anything we can throw is going to be a pebble for them.
just a representation for you guys to have an idea.
Wouldn't it be better if we group them all up together?
No.
Use me as bait and big kaboomy?
The-
Fireball?
because The worry is, how strong are they? Can we really handle all 8 or 9 or whatever it is at once?
I have a few ideas. I can use a new spell I've learned to hamper their speed drastically, and in doing so, it will make it much harder for them to get to us. As well, I never got to use this in our last giant fight, but it's inherent that Drow can create darkness. And since giants stand so tall, I can create darkness above us, and they won't be able to see. It's a doable fight, I would say. We slow them down and pick them off one at a time. Focus damage and kill as many as we can individually till we weaken them. And should the worst come, we run like hell.
If the concern is, if we don't take them out, then they could go reinforce Lork. We could end up with 2 rounds of the fight, one big one and another small one when they come a day later, or even a few hours.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't plan on losing. And she smiles.
You never do. That's the problem.
I think we got this.
I'm saying we fight it, but we fight it careful.
Oh, for sure.
Piece by piece,
And
rather than
I
one
think
group.
that this is right around where we leave off, as we have a week to discuss what our plans are. We at least have a good idea of what's ahead and what's going on. But yeah, I think that's a good ending point. We have some potential battles in Oralbar we could take, or we could stealth past and move along and come back with a different plan. But you guys know what's there at least, and you also got a good view on Dragdrock, so I'm gonna mark that off as half cleared here. As the map is starting to become more and more cleared, we will return next week to see what the party has in store and when in the hell we plan on
Absolute
actually building
chicanery.
a kingdom. Might be a while. Who knows?
Well,
No
there's,
pressure.
to
No
be
pressure.
fair,
No
there's
pressure.
there's a
pressure.
lot in the area for us to deal with.
There's always going to be more and more, though, unfortunately. But
Quick thing.
it is
Oh yeah, well, we talk about after
something
stream.
we'll have to
after
do at
stream.
some point. No, yeah, we're good. We'll do our favorite moments and everything off stream. Stream, thanks for watching. Guys, we'll see you all next week. Goodbye, stream.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye.